From Nigeria to Vegas, the lights are bright. Champagne popping under the neon night. I swear be shining gold and white. Laughter louder than the city's heights. Oh yeah, step on the dance floor. Wind your waist, bend down low. Nigeria to the world, let it show. We rock it, we flex it, let it flow. There's a heat, but we bring the rain. Palm wine vibes in a champagne lane. Jollof aroma drives me insane. Culture's a wave you can't contain. Raise your hands if you feel alive. Heartbeat matching the drums drive. Oh yeah, step on the dance floor. Wind your waist, bend down low. Nigeria to the world, let it show. We rock it, we flex it, let it flow. Jobless, fly and catch a dream.
All right. Welcome, everybody. How are you doing? Today is September 29th of 2025, and you're welcome to another episode of Hang Out with Uncle Beno and the Real Fan. So, I'm not happy. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not happy. And the reason for my unhappiness is coming from no other person than my gender. You heard me right. My gender is pissing me off. And I think this topic is long overdue. So the earlier we start addressing it, hopefully the better for us all, especially those of us Africans in diaspora. So today we're going to discuss jobless African husbands and helpless wives in abroad. You're welcome to join me on this episode. You're welcome, everybody. Juliet, how are you doing, Juliet? I hope you're good. Happy Mama, how are you? Welcome. All right. Please hit the like as fast as you can and share this so that more people can actually get to hear what we've got to say about this subject matter. I just want to dive into it straight away. 3 days ago, maybe 3 or 4 days ago, Auntie B of Obodo Yimbo TV did a show, and the show was titled My Husband Haven't Worked for 16 Years. And we were on the show. We give our advice. We contribute the little quota we can. And today, Uncle Patrick shared something in our backstage, which actually caught my attention. And it is another woman lamenting that her man has not worked for 3 years. She says she has paid for all kinds of training, cyber security, Scrum, every goddamn IT training out there. And this man won't do nothing. She paid for Scrum Master, data processing. Brother will not work. I also went online and I found several stories of women lamenting that the man they fell in love with, who proposed and they say I do, have been sitting on their asses doing nothing. If I say I want to do brotherhood, I'm lying. There is no brotherhood there. In fact, I was really pissed with this situation. But I want to give these brothers some, not respect, or how do I describe it now? I don't want to yell at you guys. I don't want to curse you out. So I just want to have this conversation with you, brother. If your wife somehow found this on the internet and share with you, it can make sense. This is becoming an epidemic, especially among Africans. This countless number of men sitting on their asses, maybe they lost their jobs and they don't want to work again, or maybe their wife got a good job and they just want to, like, you know, relax, let the woman be the breadwinner. It's an epidemic. There is nothing to be proud of as far as this situation is concerned. And that is why I want to have this conversation with those brothers. Life is not easy. Life is not easy. Yes. And living abroad is even more difficult than we envisaged before we hop on that flight and come over. It doesn't matter where you live abroad, whether you live in Canada, US, UK, or Europe at large, doesn't matter. Abroad is not easy. I get it. The dream you were sold that motivated you to sold everything you have, quit your job in Nigeria, pack your bag and baggages and say, abroad, here I come. You got here and you realize that I think they've sold me a bubble. We all went through it. Some of us are still living it. But this idea of you sitting down as a man and doing nothing, it doesn't sit well with me as your brother. And I believe it doesn't sit well with millions of other Africans who finds a way out of no way. So we're going to have this conversation. Welcome, my people. My sister, Mo Fresh. How are you doing, sis? It's been a while. Sese in the building. That mom of five, my own James Bond M5. You're welcome, my sister. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Auntie Yinkus Pepe. Welcome, man. All right, we're still waiting for the brothers to join us. We're going to have this conversation, and I don't even intend that this should go beyond 1 hour, 30 minutes. But depending on how interesting it becomes and those who are available to join me, but I just wanted to bear my mind. So thank you. Please help me hit the like. Help me hit the like so that the algorithm can spread the message. All right, let's get into this conversation. All right, thanks for staying with me. So, like I said, when I hop into the roof group this morning, I saw this message, this post shared by Uncle Patrick, and usually, usually when I visit the roof farm backstage, I just want to go and laugh. But unfortunately, this is the first thing I saw this morning, and I felt so bad. So the message reads, Pastor, yeah, this person actually wrote to Pastor Shola. So the message read, Pastor, I asked him to tell me what he wants to do. For 3 years, he has been at home without a job. I paid for cyber security, Scrum Master, and data processing. This man just refused to do anything. He said he wants to start a church. I don't want to be a pastor's wife. I don't know what to do anymore. To frustrate me, he will borrow money and not pay it back. Those ones are calling me to ask for their money. Yesterday, I agreed for him to start the church, but I won't be a part of it. Is this a good arrangement, sir? Or should I support? I don't know who called him. This is the first thing I saw in the backstage this morning. And my sisters, I won't lie to you. Real fam, I was pissed. I was really, really angry. And I kept asking myself, how can a brother be so comfortable not working? How? Who raised this type of men? What is their background? Like, are we not all Nigerians, born and raised in Nigeria? As far as I can remember, Nigerian parents don't support laziness. They don't encourage it. Where is this coming from? For 3 good years, you are not working. Your wife is paying for you to have training in cybersecurity, data processing, Scrum Master. You did all that and you still don't want to work. Then out of the blues, you want to start a church. This guy really pissed me off. If we talk now, they will say, oh, don't come after the anointed men of God who leave pastor alone. God has called them. Don't talk about them. I've always said it on this platform that in Nigeria, I'm sorry, I'm pulling this data out of my ass because this is what I believe is going on. 85% of those people who parade themselves as pastors in Nigeria, nobody called them. They are called by greed, laziness, entitlement. They are called by unemployment. They are called by the innate ability to defraud people. 85% of Nigerian pastors. If you verse now Nasabi, if you not get to see this video, God did not call them. They are hustlers. They just found that it's so freaky easy to milk money out of people, especially Nigerians. If you just say, I'm a pastor. Yes. The pastors that I know, majority of the true men of God that I know, they usually have a job. A good job at that. Not anyhow job. They usually have a career. Many of them will go into pastoring side by side their day jobs. When they preach, they are speaking from the biblical perspective of what God wants them to preach about. Now, look at this dude right here now. You have not done nothing for 3 years. Your wife is paying the bills, taking care of the house, paying for your own training, and you don't do jack. Now you say you want to start a church. Who tells you are going to be a successful minister? No. Let's just talk about this for a minute. Do you think being a minister to walk in the park? Have you asked the true ministers the amount of work involved in starting a church, getting people to come to your church, preparing messages, sermons every week, going for evangelism. Do you think it's so freaky easy to be a pastor? I'm just saying. Because I also have a couple of pastor friends. I've worked with a lot of pastors covering their events. And that thing is not easy. Pastoring is not for lazy men. Even look at the one who have become famous pastors, successful pastors, rich pastors. Just look at them. Do you think it's easy for them? And now you have a wife who wants to work with you, a wife who wants a better life for you, herself, and the children. And you don't work. You say you want to be a pastor. That is one case. So still have another case. Just give me a second. I'll show you another case of another lazy husband. All right, welcome back, my real fan. In fact, let me share the link for those who want to contribute. Please, all I want on this show is just solutions, because this is becoming diabolic now. I dropped in the real farm. I said, probably village people are after these people. This is becoming spiritual. I don't think this is normal. So please, if you have time to join me on this show, just help me bring solutions. What the women can do and what these brothers can do to better their lives. Here is another case. I saw this one from Pastor Shola also. So this lady wrote and said, "Hello, Pastor Shola. Please, I need people to advise me on this matter. I was brought to the US by my husband." Remember Auntie B book, Imported Wives. This is an imported wife. "I was brought to the US by my husband. By the time I came here, his mother was living with him. So I joined them with my daughter. Things were going on well until I started working." It's always when they start working. He changed when I started working. He wanted me to be giving him my paychecks, but I refused. And I told him I would be paying part of the bills, but he refused. So he left me with my daughter and moved to Texas with his mom. This was in 2018. So I continued working, and God has been so good to me. I bought a house and I have cars. So he came back in 2020. He apologized, and I was watching him if I could have another child with him because age is not on my side. So I made up my mind this year to have another child. So I discussed it with him, but I was shocked when he told me that he's giving me a condition. And the condition is to add him to my lease so that we own the house together. I'm confused. Please keep me anonymous, sir. There you have another scenario there. You know how I said it here that when you read these stories online, you're gonna think, oh, maybe it's fiction. Maybe they just made it up. Maybe Pastor Shola just cook up these stories. Let me tell you. I shared something with the Real Fam yesterday when we are having our awareness voice chat. And I couldn't believe that I, Ben, one day would be the one sharing some of these crazy stories. I don't even plan I was going to share yesterday. But you know how something will be bothering you, disturbing you. You think about it all the time. You couldn't figure a way out. You can't put your hands on what type of madness is going on. That was how I was feeling. So even while we were doing meet and greet yesterday, when I checked at the backstage, I just had to share it because I just wanted to know if I give the right advice or not. But that is not the case here now. I brought that in for you to know that when you read these stories online, they are correct. People are moving mad, like my gender, men. Many of our fellow brothers from Africa, they are moving mad. I know you might say, oh, Ben, why now? How about the women? Are the women not crazy too? You see how they behave abroad? Bros, let's leave women aside for today. If you watch our videos here, if you listen to many of our shows here, we call the women out when they effed up. But this situation of jobless, lazy African men is becoming an epidemic. It's spreading like wildfire. And I think the earlier we started calling out this BS, the better. Now, look at the case I just shared with you right now. A woman with just one daughter, she came to abroad too. She joined her husband abroad, another imported wife. And by the time she got to the US, the husband and the mother, they were already living in the same house. So she got to the US, started living with them. Everything was fine and good. Meaning the man was a provider when she came in. Things were okay until she started working. And then the husband said, I need your paycheck. Give me your paycheck. The story I shared with the real fam yesterday, I even forgot to include this. Those who heard that story yesterday, I left this part out. I forgot. Let me just tell you. The sister I shared the story with you yesterday, the husband did the same BS that is in this Pastor Shola story now. As soon as she started working, the husband told her to give them his own personal account at her job for direct deposit. To his account. Sorry, I know my internet is doing somehow. I think I forgot. It's like my son removed the upstairs router. Maybe when people come in, I will go and fix it. So on this Pastor Shola story now, is the same disease. Same disease. So, brothers, let me tell you, as soon as you are the man who wants your wife to go and work and give you the paycheck, you are a failed husband. It be like say, una no go see and well, make I talk and make una see and from my eye. I'll say this again. As soon as your wife is working and you ask your wife to give you her paycheck or to deposit her salary into your account, you are a failed husband. There is no two ways about it. You are no longer a real man. You are now a pimp. You have now become a weapon fashioned against your wife. As soon as you want your wife to bring her income so that you will be in charge, administering her fund, the salary she worked for, you have become a failed husband. I'm looking into your eyes now and I'm saying this. I'm a young man, or probably a younger brother to many of you African brothers out there who are practicing this rubbish. When you demand that your wife give you her paycheck, you are no longer in charge of your home. You are no longer the leader in your home. You are now an alakoba husband. You have now become an olori buruku husband. You have now become the enemy to your own wife. You have now become a prayer point to your wife. If he vex you, it is what it is. You might say, I know some people might say, okay, Ben, what if they have joint account? It's fine to have joint account, but this is what I'm still going to tell you as a man. You do not have joint account because you want to take over your wife's money. It's a sign of failure. If your idea of, baby, let's have a joint account, is for you to have this kind of power over your wife's income, so that when as soon as your wife get money, fiam, the money come to the joint account. Then the day she want to buy lipstick, you knew she bought lipstick. The day she want to buy a shoe for herself, you knew she bought a shoe. The day she feel like, my mom at home, there is no food, let me send them $200 so they can buy food at home. The day you start monitoring how your wife spends her money, because you have joint account, you are beginning to lose your leadership position in the house. That is a wrong reason to have a joint account too. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm telling you right now as a brother, the purpose of having a joint account is for your wife to add whatever she can add to that account, and you as a man, you pump money into that joint account too. The reason for a joint account is for a joint access. Joint access. Joint account is not for monitoring spirit. Don't be a brother that asks the wife to bring her paycheck. You are no longer a man. You have become a disaster of a man. When you ask your wife to bring her paycheck, you have sold your respect. I just wanted to get that out of my chest. Welcome, my sister Olivia. I see you, Mama. Hey, Sister Sue, how are you doing? So what I'm saying here is that we have an epidemic out there now. Our Nigerian brothers, African brothers generally, they are no longer brothers, especially those who refuse to work, those who want to leech on their women. You are so wrong. I said, okay, maybe these three stories now. The one on a TV show of 16 years not working or not doing a lot, it was so much. The one whose husband haven't worked for 3 good years, despite the wife paying for all kinds of certification classes in IT and want to become a pastor. 2, and now this one that I just shared with you now, making 3. I said, okay, maybe that is not enough. So I went online and I started researching what is really going on. And I found stories upon stories upon stories. Even fear can't catch me. In fact, I'm like, Ben, who pushed me? Many African women, they are crying up and down just because it's either their husband refused to work abroad or their husband want them to bring their paycheck. As African brothers, when did we become this? When did we become the weapon fashioned against our wives? I know I have my sisters in the building already. Before I bring them in, let me just tell you guys this thing one more time. Let me just tell you this. I do understand. Look, who is calling me now? I'm not gonna go. I'm in the middle of a serious conversation here. Let me tell you this on camera right now. I do understand that it's not easy to be a responsible man abroad. I get all the frustration. I understand everything about it because I am a living witness of how difficult it is for a man to work and take care of his family abroad. I do understand how hard it is. I do understand how hard it is for you to work 30 days, and when you get your salary, the whole thing disappear by paying bills. I know how frustrating it could be. But at the same time, this I also know. If you cut your coat according to your material, if you work with your wife, if you are transparent with your wife, if both of you are having quality conversation, if you are both on the same page, you are not hiding anything from each other, believe me, you and your wife will figure it out. That even your salary that feels like it's not enough will seems to be surplus. So if you get to see this as my African brother and you are passing through this shit right now and you are feeling discouraged because it all looks like, oh, I come to this abroad, abroad. Now we have 2 children, we have 3 children. I'm just working. I don't even have money to do anything. My mates back in Africa, they are doing PPTs. All I do is work, bring money and it's gone. And then you got discouraged. You don't want to work anymore. Listen to me, brother. I've been there and have lived past it. It's just a matter of working with your wife. It's a matter of you refusing to give up as a man. It's a matter of you looking at the situation around you and focus more on your children, because this is where many of our brothers in abroad also failed. You think whatever you are doing it for your wife. No. That is the wrong assumption. Whatever you were doing, in as much as you and your wife have kids together, you are doing it for the children. It's not your wife. Your wife is way far away from you sacrificing for her. You are sacrificing for your children. I'm telling you this because I've lived through it and I know what I'm talking about. We have to stop this madness as African brothers. This madness of let my wife work and we sit my butt at home. Bro, you are losing respect. Have you traded crypto before? You know what happened when you are in bearish season? The way the graph, the candlelight will just drop from top to bottom. That is what's going to happen to you. The moment you sit your butt down, you want your wife to work, come and feed you. You are no longer an African man. You are no longer an alpha male. You are becoming an enemy to your wife. Stop thinking that whatever you are doing it for your wife. No, you are doing it for your children. Work with your wife and pray. Tell God, Papa, you know I have a vision. You know I have where I want to be. I don't like my present situation. Father, help me to change it around. If you have been listening to me, I've told you guys severally, especially men. The moment you start looking at any opportunity of making $50, $100 as irrelevant, well, how much is $100? I beg you, I can't do that. Oh, this one, no. I need something big, something really huge, bro. You are going to become so freaky poor that you start leeching on your wife. Your wife will lose respect for you. You will be on top of your wife, and your wife will be sweating for you. Because that is not the life you promise her. That is not the life she imagined for herself. And even you, I don't think that is the life you imagine for yourself. So please listen. This is abroad. There are always unlimited opportunities abroad. Once you start doing stupid selection, I did this one. Oh, if I go do this also, It's just 200 pounds. No, 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 no. I know something that will bring 2,000 pounds is coming. That is where you're gonna be so freaking poor. You will be so poor that even you will hate yourself. Stop stressing the women out. Stop. Any man that get to see this, if you are one of those lazy, jobless brothers who count on their wife to feed them, you are a disgrace, you are a failure. There is nothing to be proud of, because the only thing you have left for you is your wife. She is the only one you can bully now. You are a nobody when you go out there. Nobody is respecting you. The only person you want to command or force to respect you now is the woman that went out to bust her butt and come back to feed you at home. You are a disgrace. I would rather have you do your best. If your wife is making $10,000, do your best. Even at $3,000, if you make the 3,000, you are a man. Yes, me, Ben, I will be proud of you. Say, your wife cannot tell me jack. Even if your wife say, look at what my husband is making. I'm making 10,000. He's only making 3,000. In as much as the $3,000 you are making, you bring it home so that your children can eat. They can wear good clothes. So that your wife too, we know that, okay, this man is not making a lot or enough, but this little this man is making, now our head, now in they spend them. Bro, I will tell you, say you be odogu, because sooner or later your 3,000 will go to 5,000. Your 5,000 will move to 7,000. Your 7,000 will be at 10,000. Life is not competition. Stop stressing these women out. And before I go, since I have my sisters in the building already, I also want to tell you this. Whatever you are doing right now, just look at your daughters. If God bless you with female children, just look at your daughters and turn the situation around and say to yourself, if my daughter comes to this house and my daughter tells me that her husband doesn't want to work, that the husband that she has been married to for 3 years, 5 years, he has refused to work, she's the one taking care of the entire house, are you going to be proud of your daughter and say, yes, that's what you should do? You need to be an understanding wife. Your husband don't have work since you are working. That is marriage. And this is where I said, I don't buy into this religion book crap at times, because religion is part of what some of these brothers are using to cage these sisters. Let me just allow my sisters to chime in here, because this thing diverts me. Hey, Sissy, how you doing?
Hey, Uncle Ben. Hey, Roll Fam. Hey, Abby.
Abby in the building.
Abby with the new DP. She's verified.
I tell you,
Uncle Ben,
yes.
let me tell you what's
Oh,
going
wow.
on. You know that you've been raking, you've been telling everybody off, but this your music is too sweet for us, for the men to take this thing seriously.
Hello?
Yeah, Uncle Ben, did you hear what I said?
No, I didn't hear you. Say that again.
The
The music is too loud.
The music?
Yes, so the men would have did not get your message very well.
Are you kidding me? It's because you are in the studio, maybe. Okay, how about now? I turn it off.
It's better.
Yes, better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So, Sissy,
Yes, Uncle Ben.
I'm really not in my best this morning at the verse. This, this, yeah,
Your
these
brotherhood is
crazy
stressing you
stories.
out. What
Yeah,
about us?
these crazy stories are getting closer and closer to home. That is becoming too close for comfort for me. So I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy. I know. Look, I know you usually give is, oh, leave him, leave him, leave him. But do we also know that if you have children, 3 children, or 2 or even more for a man, and everything, this living sometimes is not even that easy, because it will change your entire dynamic in the first place. I'm not saying women should stay
Uncle Ben,
right
your
now.
internet is going in and out. We can barely hear you.
I'm going in and out. Jesus Christ.
Unless it's not me. Unless it's me.
But I can hear you very well. Can you
Okay.
hear me
Yeah, it
now?
was not you, Sissy, it was Uncle
It's
Ben.
not you, Cece. He was
Okay.
breaking up. Hello, hello,
Hey,
Refine.
Auntie Grace. Hey, Sue.
Hello, my
Hi.
baby
Because Uncle Ben
girl.
is upset. Uncle Ben is very upset. I
Yes,
had to
yes,
jump
I
in.
can imagine.
Okay, can you hear
Yeah,
me now?
We can hear you.
All right.
yeah.
Sissy, give us your take. Let me go and see. It's like I think my son removed the splitter upstairs. The internet in my house, we have one controlling the downstairs, one upstairs. So if they remove one, all the devices will be on the only one that is functioning. So let's hear your take, Sissy. Let me go and fix it.
Okay. So for me, I think we first need to understand that this is abuse, and the type of abuse that it is, it's financial abuse. So even though it's very subtle, it's not as physical, as DV and all these other type of abuse that we see. This is exactly what it is. This economical abuse, or misuse of somebody's finances, and then also refusing to work to contribute to the household, is financial abuse. So what this person is going through is a form of DV, basically, right? Is it like domestic abuse, sorry. And when you're in that situation, I feel like the women are using maybe the excuse of, I've got kids, oh, well, where will I start from? I don't want to divorce, to keep them in this situation, which to me, I think ultimately the situation, you're by yourself. You have been by yourself. You've been providing for yourself. So what difference does it make if you now remove that person from your life? They haven't contributed, they haven't added. So to me, it's like you're not really losing anything. If anything, the kids are the ones that are technically losing. But at the same time of them losing, they're also going to be able to see their father, or whoever's the partner that's not pulling their weight financially, they'll see them being able to step up. And actually, in the long term, maybe if you have boys or if you have girls, the girls may end up with partners that will be like their dads, that will not provide. They'll fall into that cycle. Or the boys, more importantly, will see that their dad never worked. The mum was running around everywhere providing, and they'll end up with a woman like that, or treating another woman when they get older to date in exactly the same way. So to me, the positives outweigh the negatives of leaving this type of relationship, because how I see it is you have already been doing everything and handling all the responsibilities alone. So remove the person that's the dead weight and focus on your kids, focus on yourself. But I feel like men that do this, I feel like a lot of the time it could be the way that they've been brought up. They've never really had to take accountability, they've never had responsibility. So whether it's a cultural thing, over pampered kids or over pampered boys that turn into over pampered men, and then they end up marrying women that just enable this bad behavior for them. Because I feel like at a certain point of a relationship, you need to be able to set your boundaries. You may meet a guy who maybe he's not that focused, he needs a bit of direction. Yeah, sometimes as women, we do step in and fill that gap and say, okay, look, babe, I want us to do this. I need you to be focused. You might direct a guy. But if he has no drive to push himself, my dear, you need to dump that guy like a hot potato. Because a guy that you will always have to keep putting the battery in his back for him to turn left, to turn right, to go straight, to go forward, to go backwards again. You need to think for him. You need to do everything for him. And then on top of that, you need to now financially take care of him. That type of guy is a no starter. He's just dead on arrival. Really. So to me, I feel like you shouldn't even progress or move forward with such a person when you already observe that you're always the person that has to give them the motivation to do anything or give suggestions for them to do something. If it's not coming from them and it's not genuinely something that they want to do, then you're going to end up with a guy like this that will refuse to work. Because why should he work when his wife or his girlfriend is paying for him, he's eating, he's having the cookies, you're having kids for him? There's no repercussion to his bad behavior. If anything, you're rewarding it. You're staying with him, you're feeding him, you're covering his shame, you're making him feel like the man. Maybe when you go out, you're the one giving him your card to pay. All this nonsense, right? So I feel like at a point when you get into the relationship, if you're not willing to walk away from the person, then you're now the person that's enabling the behavior. So if the person's used to it, what do you expect them to do? they're comfortable with the situation. It's for you that the pressure and the burden is on to realize that, you know what, I've had enough of this. And even if it means leaving the person or kicking them out, or my kid's not having the dad present, when he's ready to come to his senses and if he wants his family, he will do the needful. Set your boundaries and say, listen, we're not moving forward unless you get a job. You start paying maybe some of the bills, maybe not all of them to begin with, but you pick a bill that you want to pay and you're responsible for, and that is it. And eventually you start relinquishing a lot of the financial responsibilities until he's the one that's fully taking care of them, or you guys are doing 50-50 or 60-40, whatever the dynamic is, but allow him to have that responsibility before there's anything like moving forward in a relationship. So
Thank you, Sissy. Thank you for that opener right there. Like I said, I just want solution. You're already bringing it to 100. Abby, do you want to go now?
Ben, can you go to everybody else before me?
Okay, Auntie Grace and Sue is in the building. Auntie Grace, maybe you are at work. Sue, no verse. Maybe we hear Auntie Grace real quick.
Yeah, Uncle Beno, good evening. Abby, my baby girl, how are you? Hi, Sissy. Hi,
Grace, well,
Sue.
thank
Good
you.
evening, everyone. I just jumped into the studio actually. I where I jumped in was when you said you talked about three stories. I didn't hear them when you were ranting, but I know you were ranting. But I just jumped in because of what we had yesterday from the backstage.
Uh,
Like Sissy said,
Auntie
only us.
Grace, let me just give you a brief. It's not
Okay.
actually the show is not even about the one I shared with you yesterday, but it's just like I brought that yesterday on in because when you hear some of this story, when you read about them online, you kind of feel like maybe they make it up. It is not
Mhm.
until I'm beginning to see it very close to me that I'm like, these people are really mad like this. That's why I just made reference to yesterday. So what happened is that
Okay.
in the first story, we watched a show from Auntie B where one sister complained that the husband has not worked for 16 years. Not like the husband has not really hold on to a job or really, pull his weight for 16 years. The woman has been the one carrying all the loads. And there is another story on Uncle Shola, Dr. Shola's page. Uncle Patrick shared that one in the backstage this morning of a sister who said the husband had not worked for 3 good years and she has paid for all kind of training. In fact, she paid for cybersecurity training, data processing, scrum master, and this man no pick up any job, only for him to turn around and say he want to start his own church. And
Wow.
then
Okay.
yes, and then I shared another story from Dr. Shola's page again, where another woman is complaining that when she moved to abroad, she met her husband and her husband mom already living together, and she started them. Things were okay, everything was fine until she started working, and then the husband demanded that she should bring her paycheck, and she refused. That how can I bring my paycheck? I'm willing to contribute a part to whatever bills we are paying, but why should I bring my paycheck? And now the husband angrily left her with kids, moved to Texas. Then she continued to
Wow.
work. She now bought her own house, have cars. Then the husband left and came back in 2020 to join her. And because she's getting older, she still wants more children. So she had the conversation with the man that, okay, now that you are back, we're going to have kids. How are we going to go about it? Then the man said he's only going to agree to that on one condition. And the condition is that the wife should add him to the lease, to the house lease. So it's just stories upon stories. And I went online. I've read more than 10 stories this morning. All the stories.
That man should be pushed away from the house.
So that
Why is he coming back to her?
don't know. I just don't know, Auntie Grace. So that's why I said, let us focus on solutions. Many men are becoming jobless and useless in abroad now. They are African brothers, Nigerian brothers. What is the way out? That is just the.
I think the way out is you've been ranting, you've been talking to them if they want to hear, if they want to learn. And I don't know. Like Sissy said, these women, there's an extent to which you can tolerate, right? If like this man walked away because you refuse to put your paycheck down, why are you accepting him back after these years? That is why he has a God to start giving you those conditions. If you want to make more babies, then it's possible you get another man if you are still within your prime where you can make these babies. Otherwise, just make do with what you already have. If you have one or two, I think it's okay. And then look after them with what you earning. You are able to buy a house for yourself. Why do you have to bring this extra load upon yourself? Okay, Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben, hello.
I can hear you, Auntie Grace.
Uncle Ben, you're
I have to go. I'll come back if I'm able to. Okay.
Okay, Mama.
okay. I'm
All
sorry.
right. Thank you. I'll come back later if I have to. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Uncle Ben, this your internet today is a Joe Elegba internet though. As you are frozen, Uncle Ben.
It's frozen and it's pixelated.
You guys
Who's
hear
next?
me now?
Who's still here?
Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben.
Hello?
Yes, Uncle
Can hear
Ben.
you. We just can't see
Ah,
you.
I'm
Oh, you're
down.
still frozen.
Okay, let me migrate the show to another tab, then maybe that will help. I don't know what's going on. Can you guys hear me?
Uncle Ben, talk true. Are you sure you're in America?
No, I'm in one Nigerian village right now.
We'll hear
Can you
chicken
hear
and
me
goat in the
now?
background.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Who's next? Sue? Hey, Sue. How are you?
Hi, Cece. Hi, Abby. Hi, Uncle Ben.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, it's afternoon here. Sorry, today has been busy. I've been seeing the messages in the backstage. I just didn't have a minute to respond back.
You're back.
So, yeah. I want to start from here. Let's start with the men of God, right? So, since I kind of fall in that category, when God gives you an assignment, there are those that He gives the full time and the part time. So, those He gives the part time will be able to work, and those He gives the full time, of course. I mean, God is a loving Father. There's no way God will give you an assignment and your wife will just be working, she's stressing herself, doing doubles. That's not a loving God. So when God gives an assignment, like, okay, you're a man of God, I want you to go into a full-time assignment. God will give, there'll be divine provision. And for that divine provision, there'll be strategy on how that divine provision is going to come in. For me, that's what I've seen. That's what God does. So these men of God that are coming and saying, God has called me to do the work of God. I'm a pastor. I'm going to start a church. I don't know what God called them. I don't know which God called them. Because if God has really called you and has given you an assignment, there will be divine provision and there will be a strategy for that. This is what I've seen, and that's what I know. So that's why you see most of these young prophets that are coming online. They're all online prophets and online pastors. They'll be trying to ask for money from people. Hey, I'll prophesy, send this in. God is telling me you're giving $1,000 and stuff like that. Because where are they getting the money from? Because if you're a normal man, any normal man wants to work and put food on the table for his children. Which normal man wants their own wife to go and work doubles? You don't even see your wife at home. It just doesn't make any sense. That's wickedness.
Imagine.
That is total wickedness. So if you're telling me you're a man of God and God has called you genuinely, He's giving you a full-time ministry, there should be divine provision and there should be a strategy for that. If somebody's coming out and the wife is working, doing everything and she's stressed out, then God did not call you. Then we have to doubt that. But if God has really called you and He has told you not to work, then there should be divine provision and there should be a strategy for that. So all these men that are coming and saying this, and that, they are lying. I'm sorry to say this. They are lying.
I agree.
That's my 2 cents.
And then for me, I feel like, sorry, Abby, but just before you come in, I feel like I personally feel that these men have an inferiority complex and they're just insecure. That's just what it comes down to. They know that these women that they're with have drive, they're independent, And in order to make them feel less of a man, it's better for them to withdraw or sabotage these women so that the woman does not outshine them. So if I get you pregnant, you have 5 kids, you have 6 kids, you have 3 kids. If I tell you, oh, I can't work, you bring home the money, I'll stay home, I'll look after the kids. They kind of keep you in a box that's enough to keep you kind of like caged in. But then at the same time, they're using you to, you know, facilitate everything in the household, give them money. Maybe if they say, oh, I want to do a course. Okay, you'll pay for the course. They'll not bother to get a job after. Oh, I need to start a business. You'll give them money. So in a way, they're just depleting your resources that you would be able to use to maybe save, to maybe get yourself out of that financial hold from them. So I just feel like these men just have it's abuse, but they're doing it in a very subtle way, and all it is sabotage because they are not confident in themselves to do what the women are doing. So it's just a way of controlling them and keeping them stuck in the situation. And if somebody's in that situation for 16 years, clearly it's working. If somebody's in that situation for 3 years, clearly it's working, you know? So that's just what it is. It's just a form of control and abuse.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sissy, for that. Thank you, Sister Sue, for your take right there. It's like Sister Sue drop. So let me share the link again for those who are still trying to get in. Um, Now, there is something I also want to like address, and I'll need your take, both Abby and Sissy, if I'm right, and if you can even add more to it. Did you know that these men that end up being lazy and jobless, they started playing on their wife intelligence? They will start small and grow from there. For instance, as soon as maybe they lost their job and they start whining and complaining about losing that job, that is when you as a woman should know that this man is coming with some craziness. So a man lost his job and every day is whining about that job he lost. It comes like, I knew it. They don't like me in that job. It's because my credentials are way better than even the manager. That is why they hate me. They gang up against me. Can you imagine? After all the years I give, they go this week, he's whining. 1 month, he's still complaining about that job he lost. 2 months in, he's still on it. The conversation will not change, or the conversation haven't changed to something like, oh, well, that's a job, it's in the past. I'm already eyeing this one. I've applied there, I'm following up on this. When they stick to that old job, they can't move past it. Auntie, wahala don't become small be that. As well as they stuck to that old job, still feeling vindictive, like they want to go back, maybe that strangle somebody from that job. Wahala don't they come be that. That's a man who don't have a plan B. And that is where I always advise fellow men that don't sit your butt down. Because you have a lucrative job today, there is no guarantee that that job will be there 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. That's why you need backup. Don't feel overconfident and relax. I see that in our community a lot. Look, anywhere I work, I think one time we spoke about ass kissers here. When I'm in a work environment and I begin to notice men who are ass kissers, I'm becoming wary of those people. You know how ass kissers move? Sometimes, even when their rights are infringed upon on their job, they won't have a voice. Sometimes, when their bosses even want them to do the wrong thing, no, they will just follow. They will follow through. You may have a meeting like, okay, we're going to have this meeting with our boss tomorrow. I think this schedule we have right now, this schedule is not really serving us. Maybe if we go and talk to our boss, we can actually come up with a brand new schedule. And you all agree, yes, let's go talk to our boss. The moment you get there, your boss comes and you see they say, hi, ho, Oh, nothing. No, we are just saying we just want to come and check on you. And then the boss like, five of you come to check on me. What is going on? And they begin like, then they start looking for who's going to talk first. Be wary of those type of men. Those are ass kissers. Those are the people who are afraid that they may lose their job. I am not saying you should go and lose your job, but what I'm saying is this: as a man, you need a backup. Always make sure your backup is active as you move on. If you are a nurse, get a backup in something else. Because I told you guys, my first degree is in HR. One of the things I know about HR that made me laugh all the time is this: the moment you were given an appointment letter, you should have it at the back of your mind that you are leaving that organization either in three ways. You either get fired, you resign, or you buy. And amongst those three, if that job is a very good job, you may not resign, but you should know that you may get fired. And that is why, as a man, as soon as you have a good job, even if it is not good job, as soon as you have something doing that is bringing in some income, you start working on your backup. If you listen to this as a man, if you are scared of losing your job, if you know that if you lose your job today, in a month or two, you will be kicked out of your house, you don't have a plan B. If the fear of losing your job scared the shit out of you, it means you don't have a very good plan B. So start working on your plan B. Okay? I just wanted to throw that in there. Now, Sissy and Abby, let's also talk about women who found themselves in this situation. Most time, these women want to prove themselves. When this man is out of job or the man is not working a good job, there are some men that the job they are engaging is a sorry job. You know that kind of job whereby they go what they bring what they bring home at the end of the month is even better. They sit their butt down in the house and be minding the children. Now, sometimes some of our sisters want to prove that they can stick by their man, they can hold it down for the man, and sometimes they wouldn't recognize when that grace period is over. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, Sissy. You know, when you hold it down for your man, oh, this man is out of job, and you be like, oh, don't worry, baby, I got you. Oh, for the next 3 months, we're cool. Even the next 6 months, we're fine, baby, we're good. You're holding it down. But you don't know when the grace period is over. You don't see significant movement. You don't see this man making changes, actively looking for a job or doing something that brings in a tangible income. And yet you are there doing strong woman. Auntie, sometimes before you realize that this man has become comfortable, you are already neck deep into it. Another thing you should watch out for is this: if you want to know that your man, your jobless husband, is the weapon fashioned against you, is when this man is jobless, he no get money, now you they carry all the load, but this man still want to appear to people outside that he's in charge, everything is okay. This man will go to bar, he's still buying drinks for everybody. This man will go to party, from the small money when he squeeze out of you or wherever he find that small change, he want to go and spray the hype man or DJ or the musician. Those are red flags. A real man who is out of job is not comfortable in his spirit to go and impress anybody. A real man won't even want to go to any party as money no day. But he's comfortable. And you as a woman, you are so happy to be at the front. Like I said on Auntie B show, the women who are into this rubbish the most, they are usually the loudest. Even when they are in the midst of their fellow women, they are the one who will be praising their husband, that my husband did this, my husband did that. Their husband don't do jack. Just watch your circle. If you find yourself in the midst of women and you see that there is one or two women who made it a point to always praise her husband. Oh, my Odogun. Oh, this wristwatch. My husband just got it for me. Oh, this shoe. Hey, this your bag. Oh, last week, my husband just transferred money to my account. He just said, babe, I need to. Watch out of those type of women, especially if they have good job. They are the one paying for money of those things, and they just want to put their husband there. Now, as soon as the husband now realizes that, oh, this woman is really covering me, oh, she's a very strong, understanding African wife, then the man start being comfortable. And that's when it becomes so difficult for you now to get his butt out there to go and do something reasonable. I don't know, Abby and Sissy, if you want to add anything to that.
Uncle Ben,
Yes,
first
ma'am.
thing first, you said something, and I had said on the chat before that what people don't understand is that it's not only Sissy had said it's financial abuse. What people don't understand is that there's a very big part of emotional abuse as well, because you have to tell a lot of lies. You have to there has to be a lot of manipulation. Hence why we're saying something along the lines of the man would be there and would be crying about how he's lost his job and how, the world is against him and all of that stuff. That is emotional abuse. If he's trying to prep you to get to that point where all you do is feel sorry for him and then you have to walk on eggshells. So you can't even ask if he's looking for new jobs. You can't even ask, you know, how anything is going with his job search, because guess what? The world is against him and you'll be such a terrible wife. So even ask such an insensitive question. A lot of men do that kind of stuff. And in fact, I actually met somebody that I broke up with because he was always depressed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Why are you laughing? I'm sorry. I can't. Do you know how hard life is? Why is everybody
You
laughing?
know, Abby, I always the one you don't come
Oh
here
my
and mess
god.
me up with laughter. You broke up with him because he's always depressed.
No, because why always you? What happened? Is it from your village? What is going on? Do you think I'm exaggerating? But the guys were like too much. Every day, this will happen, that will happen. Don't you ever have good news? Don't you ever have good news? Good things will happen to this guy.
Oh
I
my
said,
god.
I said, I cannot this. This was talking stage, oh. Talking stage every day. My car broke down. My tire this. My job. My HR lady. My this one. I say, I say, hey. Anyway, back to the topic. Uncle Ben, those kind of people are very dangerous. Oh, people,
Abby,
let me be serious. Let me be serious. Let me be serious.
you are a
Um,
bad girl, Abby.
no, Uncle Ben, and I'm saying this even generally across the board, even with friendships as well. You know, anyway, let me move back to the topic. So that is actually some sort of manipulation, right? Some sort of emotional manipulation, because you want people to walk on eggshells and not even be able to tell you, my husband, you haven't worked, or what's up? Are we looking for jobs? You can't even tell them that, I saw something on Indeed, I saw something here, or I saw something on LinkedIn. You can't, because you'll be the bad person. But now, do you know why I said you should go to other people before I talk? Because I was very confused, because we've had conversations here about women supporting their men, right? And most of us have said that we're not opposed to it within reason, because there's time for everything. I know I even spoke one time about how sometimes one person has to give 80%, the other person has to give 20, whether it's emotionally, financially, whatever, whether it's with childcare, it happens. It just depends on what's going on. My own issue now is, when do you stop? One, because even for that support, I said it before, if I'm going to support you as a man, the only reason I'm supporting you is because I'm seeing that you're actively trying. Let's say you're used to having a big job in the city and that's not working out. I want you to be able to say, babe, we have that extra car. I want to do Uber for now while I still look, right? I think it's the idea of a man is actively trying. that is what should make a woman support him. Do you understand, Uncle Ben? It's not that the
Yes.
man is you wake up. I remember talking this same guy that's always depressed. I remember we had a conversation, and his thing about housewives. I think we had a conversation about what would happen if I decide to be a housewife for a year or two because of childbirth. And his thing was that he doesn't have a problem with it, but when he will have a problem is when he will go out, go to work, come back, and you have been at the same spot since morning. And then when he looks at your shirt, you will see crumbs of meat pie on your shirt, as in all you have been doing is sitting down there and eating, right?
Abby, are you coming to do comedians?
Let me lighten the mood now. Things are very tense. Things are
Abby,
very,
Abby,
you don't see how
Abby,
high
take
the
your
bed
time.
was. You
Smelling
don't see
like
how high
having
the bed was. Things are very tense.
stew stains on your top.
As in, you have not showered, you have not left that spot since morning. So I think that's the idea. Generally, anybody would be a bit annoyed, like which kind of person I marry. So I think the idea of supporting someone is that they're actually pushing. Maybe luck is just not on their side at that moment. But as we all know, if you keep pushing, you will get it one day, right? So
Mhm.
Uncle Ben, that's where I'm stuck at is how this happens. That person was 3 years. 3 years is ridiculous. But the other lady was 16 years, right? How does it happen? Do you know how many years 16 years? Hey, how does it
Yeah.
happen? So
No,
that's
the
kind of
way
where I'm stuck.
see, Abby, the way it happens with Gen Xers, because that's my range. I can talk about them. The way it happened is they are playing you, giving the woman false hope, false hope, false hope. It's not like maybe he didn't work for 16 years. The thing is,
In that story, he had not worked for 16 years, Uncle Ben. He's never worked.
Yes, it doesn't work for 16 years, Uncle Ben.
it's
100%.
not, no, I don't think he didn't work at all for 16 years. It's
Uncle
just a
Ben, you
matter
do
of,
not.
Why?
yeah,
He
it's
was
just a
looking after the
matter,
kids.
you know how somebody, I think the woman mentioned that he pick up maybe security job, he pick up, it's a matter of doing something maybe 1 month or 2 months and quit.
And that's
I
work in
I know
16 years.
many of them like that. They plenty, they plenty, even young men. Some of them are like that in this America. They'll pick up a job, they'll work 1 month, 2 months, they will come back and tell you stories. Something happened at the job. It's either they got fired or they fired themselves from the job. That 16 years is 16 years of manipulation.
But
Six,
working 1 month out of 16 years is not work.
well,
It's not work. 1 month, 2 months
look,
in a job out of 16 years.
look,
At this point, the ratio of your working no longer qualifies to be a job in that
But
amount of time.
every month you're doing,
I'm
every
sorry.
month you're doing
Divide
course.
the number of years, the weeks, the hours by that 1 week or 1 month you did. It's non-existent. So you've
that
never worked.
one, you see, that case is a very,
Uh,
it's a worst scenario that I can
Peculiar
ever
case.
imagine,
yeah,
honestly speaking.
yeah.
And I pray for the woman involved that God will heal her, God will come to her aid, God will provide for her all she needs to raise her children, to live a better life. God will supply all of them in Jesus' name. You see, the people who get played the most are usually women with good heart. Women with good heart, women with great heart. Oh, they are so very easy to convince. They will be there and praying with you. Have you know Sissy and Abby?
So us that we
Uh,
don't get played like this. We don't have good hearts.
no, it's not like that. You see, oh,
Uncle
you
Ben,
don't know Sissy.
I don't think it's good heart. I think it just comes
No,
down
see, I
to
understand what Uncle Ben is saying.
Sissy,
Because
you
there
don't
was
get
something
the
that
thing.
there was something that Auntie B said, where she said somebody told her one time that they have a high threshold to BS, right? And you know that I felt what Auntie B was saying. Because remember, I even shared a story here where it's not that I have a high threshold for BS, it's just that I'm not reactive. And I've learned that not being reactive immediately, I can wait 8 months before I react to something that someone has done since January, right? And it's not that I'll just be looking at you, waiting for you to finish. I want you to finish, stretch it out before I will now react, right? And it's not always a good thing.
Yeah. And let me also add this for sisters who might be going through similar situation. I pray God help you guys. Did you know that prayerful women are usually the most easiest women to manipulate?
Well, yeah, of course. They're
Do you know
being
that?
held in shackles
Women,
by their
women who are very, very
religion.
prayerful, who go to church a lot, they do everything. God is involved in everything. You know, everything is kind of spiritual. They can pray on every situation. They are usually the one who got manipulated by men a lot
Yeah, of
because
course.
because you see those prayerful women. If, for instance, I'm a jobless man right now, and I'm married to a woman who is very, very prayerful, and she's hardworking, she's making money. If I decide that I want to stay 1 year without work and still have that woman treating me like a king, I can do it because I'm a Nigerian. I know how this religion and Christianity practices. I know how it messes with many Nigerians' brain. All you got to do is the woman see you, you are praying every morning. Pray fervently. By the time she go wake up, she go going to hear me. God, I need this job. Oh Lord Jesus, this job must come. Father, I bring my wife before you. I cover my wife with the blood of Jesus. Father, oh, this is a woman after my heart, after your heart. Once she's hearing that prayer, she go to do amen. Before you know, sir, she will come and hold your hand as husband. Amen, amen, amen. I'm telling you. When she comes, she go to work, she come back, you pamper her. Hey, oh my love, you have been stressed today. Welcome, my dear. Come and have a seat. I actually prepare food before you come. Will you shower first? Then at night, you give her better kerewa. Then we go back to praying again. Then you turn on YouTube, you open one prophet, either whatever church where should they go, you open their general overseer, make it a play. You did there, carry pen and paper, you are jotting. Then by the weekend, you come again, you tell her sweet story, tell her testimony. Honey, I have a testimony to share. The Lord has been so good. You know that job I'm applying for? Oh, when I applied, they told me they have 20 people on the waiting list. But Lord of Miracle have done it. Oh, my name is now on number 6. They scheduled the interview for next month. When this job hit, my dear, I will buy you a brand new car. Oh, yes. The Lord will know that I have a godly wife. Thank you. Women, wait till they pray and we carry religion for head. They know they see. All they see is, oh, God gave me a God-fearing man. Now, after she left to go to work, you just balance, sleep well. When you get up, find one beer parlor or one bar, go sit down or go hang out with your friends. Before she come back, you don't come back home. I'm not saying this that it's a bad thing for a woman to be a believer. I'm saying this that even as a Christian, you have to open your eyes to reality at times.
Absolutely.
That is why it's so freaking easy for a man to run to your pastor. After they don't manipulate you, after they've become a failure and they have become a dead weight on your neck, they run to your pastor. And your pastor too, you don't want to lose a church member, you woman, when you get better work, when your pastor know how much. Do you know that in many churches now, names are written on tight envelope? Oh, you don't know. In some churches, they have card. I went to one church one time. They brought tight card. I told the person who went there, I'm not coming to your church again. He said, man, why now? You can see the service. I said, no, this is no longer a church. A church with tight slip where they write name. When you pay your tithe, they check out. This is not a church. I'm not coming. Now that type of pastor, now you go see woman, with the woman that is making maybe 50,000, 12,000, or even $8,000 in a month, and that woman can pay a tithe of $400 or $500. The woman, the woman come, they get back both. She married to a husband that is not working. The husband will run to the pastor. Pastor, BK is not doing right. She's becoming disrespectful. When I was working, I was taking care of everything. Just because I have a downtime now, Abike is misbehaving. She does not respect me anymore, Pastor. Abike now talk to me anyhow. You think pastor is listening to the story the madman husband is talking? Pastor is thinking about how you will not divorce Abika or Abika divorce you, so that Abika will not depress and leave his church. Pastor is coming up with how to make sure that we get Abika to behave, so that the next $400 or $500 will come in. I'm sorry, I'm not saying, Ben, you are crazy. Why are you talking about your life? It is what it is. So these women that they are following the way of God, very obedient, they are usually the one the husband will manipulate, the one the husband will use. But you see those women will be Oshawana. You can't talk. When I read all this mad story this morning, if I show you my phone now, you go say, I call my wife, I just play with my wife. I'm like, babe, wait oh. How long do you think if I no get job, money no they come? How long can you even carry the whole family before weight go too much? And my wife was like, "But me no try that nonsense. So wait till bring this kind of conversation." I said, I just want to know how long you will go. He said, okay, if I manage give you 3 months. I know she's probably joking, but I know the kind of person where I marry. Wahala good day, especially if I no get job, I can't sit down repeat. They watch soccer. So the thing I'm saying, Sissy, is this: sometimes these men they are monitoring your level of tolerance. They are monitoring you. Oh, she can take it. She can take it. I just can't, man. And listen, my sister, the same thing I'm saying right now is what I say when it comes to woman. As a man, you shouldn't be married to a woman who don't want to work. It's the same principle. A woman who is comfortable, not working, they just want you. Oh, my husband is doing well, you know. I married the husband of my choice, the husband of my dream. My husband take good care of me and the kids, you know. You see, they're always punishing their nails, doing great here, everything. It's a red freaking flag, my brother. Life is not guaranteed. Like I've always said, life is a game. And what happens when you are playing a game? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You need to understand. If you are married to a woman who is comfortable not having her own money, she is a walking red flag. How much more you, woman, you are now comfortable with a man who is not working, a man who God has ordained that he should be a provider. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. And even as a woman, you look at your man, look at his circle of friends. I have to, no, I'm not very sad here. It's painful. Look at your husband's circle of friends. You see your husband is mingling with men who are not pulling their weight. You look at the people your husband are moving with. None of them have big car. None of them have good houses. None of them comes out with their wife, and you can tell that their wife is actually being taken care of. And you are comfortable. Those are the red flags. The people your husband mingle with, they are usually the telltales. Look, there is this is not even a joke anymore. It's the reality here in America. The first set of Egbon's uncles that came to this country, majority of them drove taxi when we used to have yellow cab. Don't get me wrong. Driving yellow cab in the past is more or less is one of the most lucrative job you can do as an immigrant in America. Yellow cabs, they were making fire, they make money. But guess what happened? As soon as Uber came, the business model failed. Yellow cab wasn't making money as much as it used to make again. But guess what happened? Many of our uncles, they are stopped because they have no backup plan. They didn't go to school. They didn't acquire any other skills. So now they are stuck with yellow cab. They can't even deal with Uber because if you are driving Uber, sometimes you will be running your vehicle all day long and you won't even make 20% of what you usually make as a yellow cab driver. Anybody that know yellow cab driver, tell them, say, Ben, tell this lie. May they tell you whether I'm lying. So even for them to drive Uber is frustrating. Now, yellow cab is no longer bringing a lot of money. You can't do Uber. You don't have a set of skills that can give you a high-paying job. Now they become bitter. Then guess what is their backup plan? Their backup plan is now to go and marry a nurse from Nigeria. If you go to the East now, I'm sorry, my Igbo sisters. If you go to the East now, many ladies now in the East, they are in school of nursing. Go to the West. Many of young girls now, they are pushing them, school of nursing, school of nursing. You know why? Because by the time they go home to do dirty December, those who are single, they are looking for those who already have nursing certificate. Because the thing is this, if you go to nursing school in Nigeria and you pass, by the time you come abroad, to pass NCLEX, just study for maybe 6 months. Some people, 6 months, some people 1 year, you already pass your NCLEX. If you can actually transfer your credit, and if you don't even transfer your credit, if you have to go back to school, because it's like a repetition and just small changes in what you have already learned in Nigeria, just the terminologies and things like that and the scope of practice. Some of them, after 2 years, they'll become American nurse. That is what many of them are doing now. To go and marry wife, bring the wife, and now use the wife as their source of income. And as soon as the woman refused to drop her paycheck, wahala don't come. She's now their number one enemy. So please, my sister, look at the circle of friends of your husband. Who your husband is mingling with tells a story about him and his future. If your husband is dialing and riding with men who wake up in the morning and they start drinking alcohol, your husband will end up an alcoholic. If your husband is moving with set of friends that you look at their job, nothing impressive about it, sooner or later your husband will become one of them. It is what it is. So, brothers, you have to do better. If you like, say, I'll be woman rapper, yes, I'll be woman rapper. Call me whatever crap you want to call me. If you are a lazy ass man who sits on his butt and you are comfortable eating your wife's money, bros, now cost you the eat so. And I pray that one day your wife's eye go open. Somebody go fuck her. So that he go pay you to your bone marrow with it. How can you sit down? 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. No work.
16.
So I'm sorry, Sisi and Nabi. I can't just fathom this madness. How can a man sit down without work?
And then the ladies who, I mean, in the example that you gave where you said the husbands ask the wives to surrender their paychecks. A lot of these relationships are relationships where these women don't even know these men, because I've heard a lot of this type of examples in the imported wives, imported husbands sagas, right?
Yeah.
Where you're dating, this man is presented himself, oh, he's from the abroad, you're seeing stars, you're seeing dollar sign, pound signs, you're assuming, or he's told you that, oh, he has this big life. Then when you come to the abroad, wherever that is, you see the reality. This man is living in a 1-bed flat, probably room / share, something. He's using you to bump up his finances. He's brought you here as his work mule, basically. He's donkey, you know.
It's
so
very common.
A lot of these women, they also need to do their homework instead of just seeing, oh, a man has come from. Your question should be, why can he not find a wife in America? Why can you not find a wife in China or in UK? Why must he come back to Nigeria to get a woman? And why does he want to marry you so quickly? You know, the example you gave us of the guy, the story you told us, the guy came literally just 2 days for a wedding, then scooped up the woman and they moved abroad. They didn't spend any time together apart from just talking on the phone. You know, all those should raise your suspicions. Even if you want to date a guy, at least he should be able to facilitate himself coming. You should be able to see his, his home life, understand a bit about him, spend time with him. I mean, if he can't afford to like bring you where he is, obviously, because of visa and all these things, at least he should be coming regularly. You should be knowing his schedule, understanding, looking at his apartment, seeing, okay, does this person really, what they're saying, is it really matching up? If it's not matching up and it's too good to be true, then you need to understand that it's probably you that's going to come to fund his lifestyle when you get to the so-called abroad. So I think women also need to stop, I have to put half of the blame on them as well, because sometimes their eyes are too big.
Yeah.
They want to come for something and they're just willing to overlook a lot of things, which is very obvious that this is not what it is. And instead of saying that, they're like, okay, when I get to the abroad, I'll figure it out. And then now the man starts using you as, his social security resources or whatever he's trying to use you for, So
I want I want to play one video real quick. I will allow you and Abby to moderate. Okay, I found the video. I want to play this video. Just take a listen to this. It's in Yoruba, but I will explain. Okay. Um, I told you my wife is a big fan of Lege Miami. How many people know Lege Miami here? Simbi, una know Lege Miami?
is it that dating show? That dating
Who know
thing?
Lege Miami
And
here?
he's always insulting people.
I do. I can't lie. I watch his show on TikTok
Okay.
sometimes. It's so
I beg,
funny.
if you know Lege Miami, drop
Uncle
a
Ben,
one
can
in
you
the
drop
chat.
the link for Uncle Dio, please?
Yeah, I'm dropping it now. I thought Simbi will have dropped it. Maybe Simbi knows it. Who knows Lege Miami? If you know Lege Miami, drop one. Now, Sisi, don't worry. You guys don't understand Yoruba, but I will explain what's going down here. See how mad Nigerian men are moving. Take a listen.
Mr. Lega, good morning.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà.
Yes, sir. Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Kí lẹ ṣe pé ẹ fẹ́ sà? Ẹ wò pé mi gbóyìnbó dáadáa.
Má bínú. Mo ní what do I call it? Lady tó jẹ́ kó independent, either from Canada or UK. So that, but our rich we just want to go and settle down there and work. You understand? But for marriage. So whoever is for marriage.
Ok, obìnrin tó máa ń fẹ́ yín tó máa ṣe visa yín tó máa ṣe tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà.
Ṣé fẹ́ sanwó fún ni? Àbẹ́fẹ́ fẹ́.
Wẹ́fẹ́ normally we just settle down lọ́ọ̀lì kí
Tó lé pẹ́ fẹ́ kó ṣe visa fún kó ṣe tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì kó dẹ̀ gbé wá sí abroad.
bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ṣé ẹ ti bímọ tẹ́lẹ̀?
Mo ti bímọ àmì single.
Àwọn mẹ́rin lẹ́bí.
I have 3.
3 kids. Ìyàwó yín tẹ́lẹ̀ kan tó bí àwọn ìfún yín kọ́.
Ìyàwó ti tẹ́lẹ̀ ti bí àwọn fẹ́rẹ́ jù lọ.
Kò fẹ́ yín mọ́.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà.
Òun ò ní visa kò sí lóyìnbó.
No. Kò sí ìrìn.
Kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ lò tẹ́ fẹ́ pé kí kóbìnrin ṣe visa fún yín kó dẹ̀ ṣe tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì fún gbogbo yín travel rí pé ẹ fẹ́ kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ lò dé mẹ́?
Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ó wà káàkiri ní gbọ́dọ̀ tán yín? The main thing òun náà ni pé I don't have what have you cash.
Hello sir.
Abby, please, Abby,
Yes, Uncle
do
Ben.
me a favor. Help me interpret what it labeled.
Uncle Ben, I don't understand Yoruba. Are you trying to embarrass me? Is Uncle Ben trying to open my
Where CB understand Yoruba? CB, where CB go?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Uncle Ben. Good evening, Rufam.
Hey,
Hi,
Simbi.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, CB.
Uncle
Good
Ben,
evening,
what
sis.
is happening now? Good evening.
Simbi, you hear me interpret what it like talk?
Not exactly. Oh,
Okay. No,
I heard
wahala.
independent, I heard UK,
he
I
doesn't
heard
understand
Canada.
English.
So I'm assuming he said he
And
wants an
then,
independent woman from these specific countries.
Yes, from Canada
I
and
understood.
UK. Yes.
I
And
understood
then he said he was
clearly.
trying their ticket or something.
Oh, let me gather my
Yes.
breath. You see,
And he's
my
ready
wife
for the
is
woman to come around.
my wife is one big fan of Lege. Like she can watch Lege straight 1 hour just to the laugh. And I don't even they like to watch Lege with her because me too, I will come laugh so that I will forget say I get bills to pay. Lege is a madman, but I played that video for one reason. That dude called Lege and told Lege that he needs a woman who either lives in Canada, UK, or America. The woman that is looking for husband that can do paper for him and come and carry him abroad. Lege now ask him, how many children do you have? He said he got 3 children. Then,
What?
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So Lega now asked him, how
Yes,
many
Uncle
children do
Ben.
you have? He said he have 3 children. Then Lega said, where are the mom? He said, the mom has gone out in law. So, so in other words, this man want to marry a woman in Canada, US, and UK that will come and sponsor his life, bring him abroad after having 3 kids. I need to go and find the rest of that video because I can bet my last dime Lega will cuss him out at the end of the day. Now, this is the problem. These are the mentalities. And this is why I always tell our sisters that, you see all this, I want to go and marry man in Nigeria. Oh, I've seen husband in Nigeria. I am sorry. 80% of these men want to scam you. They just want to use you. How can a man open his mouth after 3 children? Say he's looking for a woman to bring him abroad. What is he going to offer in return? Just tell me.
Bola.
Which nonsense, Bola?
You know he's viral. You know his thing is working. He's shooting. He's.
Oh, Uncle Paddy said my wife too is like, I swear I can't stand my wife laughing to like she go now, so she go the watch like they scroll one after the other. She go share. If you go my WhatsApp now, she don't share video full there. I can't stand Lega because Lega is always crazy and he has all these mad customers too. I don't get it. But honestly speaking, these are the problem. Now imagine a woman to go and marry this type of man now. What? Okay, let me agree. Maybe not the Bola. But Sisi, is Bola enough for a man to bring to the table? Eh?
For some women, yes. Can't you see how Yinka Poo is going crazy over her guy? She was willing to bring him abroad. Now the story came out.
I don't even say his Bola is exchange. I beg now. If not say they be, I beg. Let me find medical doctor. I get Bola. Make I no work. Oh God. On a serious note, please, sisters, don't be an enabler. Don't be an enabler.
I agree.
You should establish a boundary around every man. Don't worry. As you guys progress in the relationship, if you have to take down those barriers, those boundaries, you will know as you progress. But as time goes on, please stop falling for this crap. Do you know you will age when you carry the load the man's supposed to be carrying? I don't know. How do I say it better? Sisi and Abby.
It's true. You do.
Do you know
You do.
you don't know the load that we are carrying as a man? Honestly speaking, you don't know the load we are carrying. Some of us in this abroad, every month, we are within the range of $6,000 to $8,000 in what seems like responsibility we have to take care of. We have load from Nigeria where we go carry. We get load where they for here for family where we go carry. Then we can get load where be for our own personal self where we go carry. Averagely in this abroad, any home that has at least 2 to 3 children with a very active man, averagely that man is spending around 6K. That is, if they live in a state where they really good like Texas, so that man is blowing around $6,000. Auntie, ask yourself this question. Whatever you are making now, if you are not a doctor, an engineer, IT professional, even if you are a nurse, RN,
Anesthesiologist,
Sissy, don't start. Sissy, don't start. You just answer this question for me, my sister. Based on what you are making right now, if you are not a doctor, an engineer, an IT professional, or anything like that, can you spend $6,000 every month comfortably? And you will be laughing and smiling. And you will not be working overtime like there is no tomorrow. I'm just saying, as a woman, can you spend average of $6,000 every month and you not go do overtime? You go still get time to do your makeup, your pancake. We not go see bags under your eyes from working without sleeping. Please tell me. I am saying this for you to know that if you dare carry the load a man supposed to carry, you will be older than your age.
Exactly.
You
And
will
Uncle
look
Ben,
at
you know what?
yourself. Yes, man.
I remember you're absolutely right. I know somebody who the husband was in Nigeria. No, they were living here, and when they were living together, they eventually got divorced. The man was not working. He was not supporting. He wasn't doing anything. This woman was doing. She learned how to tie gele. She'll tie gele. She'll do makeup. You know those people that do the makeup at the party. She'll do that. She'll tie gele. She did like Uber. She was doing Uber. All the eateries, like here we have Uber Just Eat. It's maybe like your DoorDash, Uber, and all those things. She was doing her normal job. She then even did a course to like some kind of data course for like 6 months to start doing another side job along her normal 9 to 5. Just one woman doing like 8 jobs.
Imagine.
And she had a man in the house.
Hey, Lord of Zachariah.
And I'm just like, why? And if you see the woman, she's only in her 40s now. Then she looks like a grandma. And she was big. Overeating because of, adding weight, because of all the stress.
Yes, now.
Eating late, stress eating. And then eventually she divorced. The man eventually left. I think they even separated. They even stopped. I mean, I heard the story later. She said she wasn't even sleeping with the guy. And the guy moved back to Nigeria. They separated. Her daughter now is big in like uni. She's doing so well. This woman literally just bought her Range Rover, cash down. That's how hard she's hustling now.
Imagine.
Doing everything for herself. And she's like, oh, she doesn't want to date anymore. She doesn't even want to think about dating because she doesn't need a man. And it's true, she doesn't. She's carried a lot on her shoulders. And you just think like how far she could have gone if she was with a guy who was helping. Do you know the funny thing? This man now reached out to her family members and was like, oh, now you seen that the lady, she bought a house. She managed to buy a house. She managed to buy herself a car. She's doing very, very well now. This man wants to come back.
Imagine.
This man has the audacity to say he wants to come back. She said, hell no.
Shout out to my sister, Tegimade. Tegimade, how you do, sis? She said, don't be surprised at how some women will go all out for this kind of man. They plenty now, my sister. They see them
exactly
all the time. They plenty. Sister Mofre said, so what if he gets another job with significantly less income, but he is comfortable with it because his wife is standing in the gap? It is still a red flag for any woman. Let me tell you something.
Why should he be comfortable with his wife struggling whilst he's comfortable?
Exactly. Let me tell you something, my fellow sisters in this Obodo Yimbo journey. If you are working overtime, please listen. If you are working overtime, and that overtime you are working is born out of necessity, it is because if you don't work that overtime, something will spoil financially, and you are married, you are killing yourself gradually. Hello, you are killing yourself gradually. If you are working overtime and your reason for working overtime is not because you wanted to buy something for yourself, or maybe you just want to buy something for your children that your husband is not the problem. Whatever your children need, whatever everybody need, your husband can take care of it. But you just feel like this load is too much on this man. Let me go and work this overtime so that me too, I can do this, do that. If you are working overtime because your husband is not lifting the weight where he's supposed to lift it, auntie, stop praising that man outside, though. Stop lying, by saying, oh, I have a good man, he take care of me, he always do this, do the auntie. You are not fooling anybody but yourself. As a woman, always do this. So far, you are gainfully employed, especially when you have gone to school. If you are gainfully employed, you are not supposed to work overtime, except you just wanted to so that you can make more money. Now, if you have to be working overtime and your husband also is working overtime, you people should check yourself. You are living in a house you can't afford. You are doing a project that is bigger than you. People are dying here in abroad now, because I'm going to leave it to Abby and Sisi and other reform to moderate before I get to where I want to go now. But I just wanted to drop this for those who may not hear. People are dying anyhow in abroad now. Women are dying mostly of this condition. Oh, it just eluded me now. Aneurysm. Yeah, I think it's called aneurysm. When you have blood leakage in your head. A lot of women are dying of that. In case you don't know, go and Google it. I think that should be the right name. I will look for that time. No, it's aneurysm now. Let me check. It's aneurysm.
Yeah, it's aneurysm, Uncle Ben.
Yeah. When you have a bulge in a blood vessel that is caused by a weakness in the blood vessel wall, usually where it branches, the moment it bursts, a lot of women are dying. Young women.
Yeah.
Uncle Ben, what's
Yeah,
the primary cause? Because I didn't get that part. Sorry, sir.
You say what?
What's the primary cause? Can you hear me, sir? What's the
Oh,
primary
what's the primary cause of it?
aneurysm?
Stress.
Yes.
It's stress. It's stress.
Oh,
A lot of women, now stress they cause them for them. Young ladies, they will just die. Everybody go shock, say, what? And many nurses have died of this same condition. When blood vessels will just burst for their brain because of stress. Why are you working your ass off for what? Make una no verse. I'm just saying it. Look,
when you have a man who's able-bodied.
Exactly.
That's
don't go shout and tire for here. I no get money, but you see the small way God give me, I'm comfortable with it.
Assisi.
Look, no verse Uncle Dio. My wife, my madam, Naomi Ibo, she is one of those people who like overtime. When I change gear for him, say, look, if you want peace in this house, you dare not work one freaky overtime. What exactly is your problem? I take it for her. That's why since 7 years ago, now leisure overtime she they do. Even sometimes I won't make she even carry her while I come up for house. Make she go work the overtime. Make she no just go. Because when she there, she go, they jump on me. Now so wala. But she knew, like I'm saying it now, she they watch my show. She can't tell if I'm lying. She know I can literally tell her, auntie, for the next 2 weeks, I don't want to hear anything like overtime. I got stuff I want to do. And I don't have time for any. Now our children don't grow. Now sometimes she go on her off day, she go carry her yarn, she go sit down for her job. Just because the children are grown, they don't need them anymore. Before, when my kids are small, oh, she knows. I will tell her, I don't want to hear anything overtime. Do your regular shift, bring your butt back home. You know why? I know they see, it's not a laughing matter. I know they passed my boundary. When we were living in an apartment where I feel afford now we did. When God bless us with house, now house where I feel afford. Now like I literally plan everything around my income. Her income has always been plus. I give her
That's
praise.
really
She's
good.
helping me a lot. Oh, she's helping me a lot. This woman, they spend fire because now through her, I know say women they spend fire, especially when it comes to return to school, the Christmas or you know, here in abroad, we change clothes like almost every 3, 4 months. You will change clothes. She is spending fire, but I ensure that from apartment to where we are now, every goddamn thing, even my salary self, I know they add over time, I know they add side hustle. She knows, auntie, if this one where my salary fit carry, if you no want am, biko, leave me where you find me. I no come this life on stress. I'm just 2 years away from 50 years old. But if you get to see me, you no go believe say I really don't old like that. I don't dey stress myself. I joke with Refam all the time. I don't get up from my bed at times until 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. in the morning. Once my children went to school, I go back and sleep. I know they stress myself. And at the same time, I don't want any woman attached to me to stress herself. So please, auntie, you don't come this life to come and suffer. Don't suffer with a man who is not pulling his weight. The one job God gave to us is we should be a provider. Then, now, if your ability is not reach to go buy Benz, is not reach to go buy gigantic house, my brother, buy the one where you feel manage comfortably. Don't put extra burden, extra stress on your wife. If your wife get on road, you want to drive fancy car, luxury car, and you not get the power, tell her, say, auntie, I know they do. I don't want you to stress yourself. I look at my wife every day and I'm happy. Madam is in mid 40s now. She still looks like 33, 34 at times. I'm happy like that. So please, my brother, my word to you is this. Your wife is not supposed to be the breadwinner. If your wife becomes the breadwinner, praise God. Thank God for having a good woman. But don't make it her job that she should be the one carrying all this weight, all this load. No. Your children are watching. There could not be happiness in the home when your wife is working her butt off. You are killing her, you are killing her dreams. That doesn't make you a man. No. Be a man, cut your coat according to your size, and don't sit your lazy ass down and say, make woman go work, may you chop. The food no go, you know, the food not even chop you. How can a woman feed you as a man? How? If a woman is feeding you, how do you talk? And your wife will say, oh, my husband have said this. Let me watch it. I think you can share it with us here one day. I think you can say sometimes when she's triggered and she would begin to explode. She said, once her husband said, Yinka, no, take it easy. She said, now so she could just calm. That is what it means to be a man. Since it's not laughing
It's
matter.
true.
Our
It's
men
true.
need to hear this. Honestly speaking, that's why I tell people all the time, to be a man, you don't even have to yet to fight. If you are pulling your weight, you are doing the right thing. When you speak, your wife gets it instantly. Your wife knows that, oh, no, okay, I'll check. My wife is at work right now. When it's time for her to get off, if they not get enough staff and she has to continue to work or something, or she has to cover for maybe a supervisor or maybe a manager or anything, she will call me or she will text me. Say, hey, babe, I'm running short of staff. I don't have enough staff to cover my home. I may not be back like the next 4 hours. Don't be say I force them or something. But it get where our go reach. And I told her, I'm like, babe, anytime you have to stay even extra 1 hour at your job, I want to know. Because you are messing with my own schedule. Not be say control. It's not control. It's because you, as a woman, you have no reason to stay for that job. That's when you're supposed to stay there. Because not be that money where you won't make, not be you won't use for house. That money is your money. I already cover my shade. So if you are doing whatever you want and you don't want to put me in the loop, it's because maybe I'm a useless husband. So, brothers, if you are hearing, listen. If you stand up as a man, you do the right thing. You don't need to shout, you don't need to yell at your wife. You will just tell your wife what you expect. She go adjust. Because she knows, say, this one, no, he not even send me. He dey cover what he is supposed to cover. And that is why I told you at the beginning of the show that listen, as a man, whatever you are doing, so far you have children, you are not doing it for your wife. This is where many of our brothers, they miss it. Ìyàwó mi, ó mọ nǹkan tí mo ṣe fún ìyàwó mi. Do you know how many things I do for my wife? Bro, you don't do jack for your wife. So far she don't born for you. Whatever you are doing it for your children. That's the mindset you must have. Oh, you buy house, you buy it for your children. You buy brand new car, you buy it for your children. Not be your wife. And finally, learn how to hold on to a job. Anyway, the mad people among these men that are jobless, one of the biggest problems they have is they don't know how to hold on to a job. It's either they fire them from the job or their ego will keep them away from the job. Or don't you know, holding on to a job is a skill on its own. Or you don't know that for you to be employed and you keep your job from month to month, year to year, it's a skill on its own. Sissy, you are in HR. Am I lying?
Yeah, no.
People don't know. As a man, one of your priority is to learn how to hold on to a job.
Well, yeah, it shows responsibility.
Exactly.
It
You should
enforces
learn how to
structure.
hold on to a job.
Yeah.
And for you to know how to hold on to a job, you should know how to say yes or yes, man. You should know how to move legally. You should understand the corporate dynamics or whatever organization, the dynamics of where you work. You should know your place at that job. You should know what is right and what is wrong. You should understand your organization policy. You should know the things you do that can get you fired. If you are dissatisfied at your job, you should know how to go about expressing your grievances in a way that you don't get thrown out of the job. And lastly, as a man, listen to me. You don't quit a job unless you have another one. Hello? Make I talk again. Because I want going, what in Yahweh, they don't get mad for this abroad. Even though that job is not paying you well enough, you don't quit a job. Even as a married man with children, you don't quit a job unless you have another one. That is why you must know how to apologize, how to say I'm sorry, how to take responsibility at your job. That is why you should learn teamwork so that you can hold on to a job. You need that job for your children, not even your wife. Now that, oh, my wife, when I married my wife, I did this for my wife, I did that. Bros, Otin Yahweh, that woman not born for you. All the things you are doing is for your children, not the wife. I'm not taking it away that some women are not mad women, no. But listen, a lot of women don't move mad until you will be mad. You started moving mad already. When you as a man, you are failing in your responsibility and you are going crazy. I've said this before. Every woman get banner for her, though. Women are mad, though. If you go move mad, when they begin move their own mad, you will be the one that will run to your mama in the village, or your family people, and you will start complaining. Mom, can you believe this woman? She not listen to me anymore. No, she's all over the place. Yeah. Honestly, if you know how to move, your wife not going she not going even dare argue some unnecessary thing with you. Because when you talk, she know an Odogun is speaking. It's not about money. It's about how you carry yourself and what you represent. It's about the sacrifice you are making as a husband. Uncle Dayo. These people piss me off today. Welcome, Uncle Dayo, Gary.
Welcome, Uncle Dio. What said Uncle
Crazy.
Ben? Come, Uncle Dio.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sisi. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Uncle Beno. You have actually said everything that I would have loved to say concerning this issue of lazy men out there. But I normally say something, sir. It takes two to tango. I want to first of all start with the women that are the one going to invite to go and do papers for them to bring them abroad. I'm sorry to say this, women shouldn't do that. And if you must do that, do do the documentation in such a way that immediately they enter the country, they can start working. If you cannot do that for them, please leave them in Nigeria until you can get them a work permit. So they will not come back, they will not come to come and meet you in the diaspora and sit at home for 6 months before they could work. I think that's where the problem normally starts from. If you bring a man from Nigeria, for instance, now, to come and be your husband in diaspora, and you have to stay at home for 6 months because you are still working on this paper for him to be able to get a permit to work, automatically you have already rendered that man useless. I'm not trying to blame the woman now, but what I'm trying to say is that if you know you cannot get your man up and working as he enters the country, please let him be in Nigeria until you can be able to do so. So that when he comes, he will not stay for more than a week in the house, he's already working. Because most of these things, it is easier to say the men are not working, but not all the men are really that lazy. Of course, we have lazy men out there, plenty of them. And then you said something, Uncle Beno, which I really want to back up also. You said something about men that could not hold on to the job. The only reason why I believe a man could not hold on to the job is if the man believes that his wife is working and the wife can manage the home if he's not working. That's a mentality that only the foolish men will have in their minds. You must do everything possible to maintain your standard, because the pride of the man is the ability to provide for your home. That's what makes you a man. Even though your wife is working and making millions, your own money should be the one that should be catering for if not everything in the house, for the majority of the things in the house. So once you have that mindset, you can't afford to sit on your ass doing nothing. It's not possible. However, we have women out there enabling these men. That's why I said in the comments earlier on, if you must bring a man, now I don't advocate for women going to Nigeria to go and bring a man. As you see what was happening in this legal stuff now, 85% of those men are just looking for free pass into diaspora. And then we have a lot of gullible women out there also looking for husbands that they will tell you that they don't even care if it does not work. Me, I'm working, I have money, I have this, I have that. These are the women that the men prey upon. They will bring them into the states, and the next thing is that they will be doing all the work just to keep the man. At the end of the day, this man will still leave them for another woman. Look at the irony. It's just so sad. And same thing goes for men also. But I don't think the ratio of women that come to diaspora that will not work, I don't think they are as much as the ratio of men that their wife will bring into the diaspora and they will not work. The men are more in number in that area than the women. Because as a man, if you cannot bring a woman into the country and she says she does not want to work, it's not possible. In your home, you can make her work. So left to me, what I would like us to do is that we have done enough on the men stuff. Let us talk to the woman also. Stop bringing men believing that you love them into diaspora only for them to come and sit on their houses doing nothing. Learn from mistake of the other women. If you cannot get them their working permits from the documentation that you are doing for them to come in, then let them be in Nigeria until you can do that, so that once they come, they will start working. That's my own take. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Uncle
so much,
Dio. Well
Uncle
said.
Dayo.
Sibi,
Thank
what's
you.
your take, Sibi?
Yeah,
Okay,
Uncle Ben.
sorry, Timbi. Let me play this video before I leave, because once I leave, I may not be able to play video again.
Yes, I was going to remind you, sir. Yes, it's true.
Okay. Listening to what this Àwọn Ẹ̀gbọ́n Àdúgbò is saying. Listen to this man. I don't even know his freaking name, sir.
Leg chain, it signifies something. The other leg, your problem starts as a man the day you open business for your wife or your girlfriend.
Wow.
The day you empower your wife, that is the day your problem starts. I have a wife, ex-wife. I bought her car, took her to abroad, opened a mini supermarket for her. See, these genders, I've seen a husband and wife that stayed 50 years in marriage. And that in 50th year, they started having problem. This man have to go and do DNA, and this man find out that only the last daughter that they are fighting that brought this issue is the only person that belongs to him. 50 years.
Now lie. Carry your lie. Go sit down one place. That is how they usually come up with terrible stories when they want to they want to preach nonsense to all these young men and other men and make them man it be me no go jare self. Do you hear what he's saying, Sisi and Abby and Uncle Dayo?
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Do you believe that is bullshit story there? About 50 years in marriage. These are the men that are creating problems for our generation. Telling BS story.
He's speaking from his bad experiences, clearly. He was listing all the women that he's got as wives. I said, thank God I didn't hear Uganda there. We're safe.
I saw Auntie B did the reaction to it. I don't even go back because before I used to go back and watch only, but once I hear him one or two, I'm just like, no. I don't want to hear all about this. And this is what I keep telling our fellow young men. Watch the type of people you listen to. Listen to men who have successful marriages, and you will become a real man, a successful man. You will become the type of men that women will be praying that they want to marry. Listen to men who are successful in marriages. Not all these ones that are going around up and down saying all kind of crap. Rubbish. Oh boy, the day you open business for your wife, that is the day you have problem. Uncle, you have been having problem before you open business for your wife. You have been having problem upon problem before you open business for your wife. It's not the business that brought problem. These are the issues. The one that is trending now. Oh, don't bring your wife abroad. Don't bring your wife abroad. Because 2, 3, 4 people who have terrible experience, would that be your own experience? Is your wife those wives that those people married to? Are you the men who married to those wives? That's why sometimes I just want to stay away from all this relationship book crap because I don't know. I don't know why relationship is so distasteful. It now becomes this toxic. I don't get it. Shogun Layeni, is it war? Telling all these nonsensical tales to all these young men now. These men are now moving around. They are already mad and angry at the woman they got married to. That is the result of all these nonsense stories they are sharing up and down. Sisters, may you not marry to your enemy, and brothers, may you not marry your enemy. That's what I can just pray for you, to you. How can you? Some people, from the very day they wed their wife, they begin to see that woman as their number one enemy from that day. Just because of all this nonsensical shit that they don't put inside their mind. Their mind and soul has been corrupted. And you as a woman that you end up marrying people like this, you start wondering, I did my homework. We dated. And Sissy, which one be down when you preach? We caught. She not cutting, I be cutted, I be let a man shake the man.
Which one? Coach.
We caught, I be she not caught, I be courtship. But we have courtship. But we're wrong.
We don't have courtship anymore in this generation.
Oh, no courtship anymore in this generation.
No, they just go straight to situationship.
Some people are still courting.
They go they go straight to situationship. There's no courting again in this generation.
Yes, Simbi.
Uncle Ben, you're talking about the men just not chasing around.
Mm.
This of kids you cannot cater for, and then you go into family members and you start begging, and when they don't help you out, you say they are wicked or they are not being nice. Please help me with this amount for school fee and all of that.
They are mad
People
people.
are not having kids according to their pocket. I think we should add that too.
Oh, no,
I'm so
Wala.
wicked.
I think what I'm gonna do, I'm off tomorrow. We're gonna have part 2 of this show tomorrow, where we will highlight everything you should be paying attention to. As soon as you marry a man and you are beginning to notice all those stupid signs, start acting up. Don't be a low energy woman. When I see sisters, I met a sister which day. When she told me her age, I was like, are you kidding me? I've been calling you auntie, 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 not knowing that I still senior you like 2 years. And you don't old for stand. Why? Why? Brothers, it's not everybody that will be rich. Let me just close on that note so that we can live here. It's not everybody that is going to be rich in this world. Some brothers simply gave up because they begin to see themselves as failures. They thought because their mates are now millionaires, their mates have now built 2, 3, 4 houses in Nigeria. Here they are in abroad. They can't even make end meet. So they started getting depressed. They started losing hope in life. They started thinking that, what am I working for? After all, even if I work, this is abroad. My wife will be the one to take everything. Bros, listen. The first thing you should always prioritize is your happiness. And the only way you can see happiness that will just come to you naturally is to be contented. And to remember that your fingers are not equal. Some people will be rich, some people will be poor, some people will be average. That is life. Sometimes you might do everything to make you successful and it won't just work. No be enemy, no be juju. It's just life. Don't take it out on your wife. Don't. That's why you have to prioritize happiness. And that's why I continue to say this. Marry your best friend. Make sure your wife is your friend. Make sure your wife is your friend. We don't talk. Maybe I need to do another series on how to actually convert your wife from being your wife to your friend. Because once your wife becomes your friend, your life became way better. How do you see people who actually they don't have money, but when people see them, they think they are rich? That is the power of being happy in marriage. So as a man, stop seeing yourself as a failure. Because some of these brothers that will not get up to go and work is because they believe they have tried everything, it doesn't work. Now they give up. They are just hanging in there. And make the wife just they take care and she be the children. They are okay. My wife is taking care of the children. Government assistant is there. Maybe she's collecting. You just give up. You don't do that, bro. Prioritize your happiness. Your wife is part of that happiness. Be happy with whatever job you have for now. If you lost your corporate job, you are driving Uber, be happy with driving Uber. In case you don't know, happiness draws good people around you. Just being happy, just being yourself, it attracts a lot of people around you. Having people around you who are meaningful people is even way more better currency than the cash you think you have. Stop beating yourself up. Stop taking it out on your wife. Stop losing hope. Just stop saying, you know what, I've done everything, it's not working, I'm just going to stay. Tuji have built 3 houses in Nigeria. I am here. Even one plot of land that I have not even started developing it. You are killing yourself, my brother. Tuji life and your life is not the same. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Some of you, your glory, your wealth is in your children. The way God has ordained it, your children is the one that will make that huge money that will turn your life around. But because you are blind spiritually, you can't see, you are now losing hope in life. You are now just giving up. Some of these brothers that don't work and their wife are feeding them, it's not just because they don't want to work. They are just kind of like exhausted and tired. Abroad is frustrating. I've said this over and over again. We are all in this battle together. When you see me come here every day, I am smiling, I'm cracking joke, I'm playing. I am also dealing with bullshit day and night. I've told you guys, how many times, sometimes I wake up, I don't feel like going to my work. How many people in this abroad now, so they be? Do you know how many people when they quit their job for their head every day? They don't quit, like, okay, I know they go again. Especially when you collect your salary. After 3 days, you pay bill, the whole thing don't disappear. Pros. Learn to be happy. Forget you are not a failure. That will be one of the worst things to do to yourself. To compare yourself to your peers and you just feel like, I can't meet up. They have all left me. If I have not been married to this woman, my life wouldn't be like this. If I have not written. When you are in that space, you can't grow. I shared my story with you guys. The first 3 years in this America, I was blaming my wife every time. Blaming her. Why did I come? Why did I even come? Hey, see me. I walk, I don't get married again. I was blaming until I put a full stop. Until I say, you know what? Cut the crap. This same America is where everybody won't buy themselves. Sell papa land, sell mama land just to be in America. And now, God used this woman to bring me to the same America. I am now whining and complaining just because things are done differently from the way it is in Nigeria. Why? Because in Nigeria, you can make easy money. In Nigeria, you can be broke for 3 months. Your friend can just introduce one deal to you. You do and papa, money don't come. You are balling. Nigeria, in fact, breeds laziness. That is why you see scam, fraud, be plenty for Nigeria. We are accustomed to doing less and making more. And then brag about it. Abroad is not like that. Abroad, then won't be in abroad. You scam somebody, you go to jail. Won't be that. You took money that doesn't belong to you. FBI will come for your ass. So I understand. It's not easy. It's frustrating. But listen, the moment you make that decision that, okay, my destiny and my friend's destiny are not the same. My friend's destinies are to live in Nigeria and be successful in Nigeria. But my own destiny don't carry me come Yankee. It don't carry me go UK. I have to be a success story in this land. And then you take it to God. You start talking to God. Told you guys, I'm not a guy who pray all those long prayer. You have to learn how to say simple prayer to a powerful God. You talk to God. You tell God, oh Lord, you told the Israelites that they should move on to a land, that when they get to that land, they will possess the land. Father, Lord, you have uprooted me from where I am in Africa. You brought me to this land. This is a foreign land. Father, made this land my possession. Help me to possess this land. Let the land favor me. Let the water favor me. Let the host favor me. Let everybody around me favor me. Father, Lord, let my little effort yield maximum return beyond expectation. You talk to God as a man. Many of you as a man, you thought bragging, fighting, shouting, yelling at your wife. That's what makes you. No, what makes you a man is when you can go down on your knees and you talk to God. Yes. When you can look at your wife and tell God, I love this woman. You give me this woman. I want to provide for her. I want to take care of her. I want my wife to see me and be happy. Lord, however it will be, provide. God will hear. You don't have to be this crazy, blaming yourself, blaming your wife, blaming co-worker, blaming everybody, blame your apostle, blame your mama, blame your papa, blame your entire generation. It doesn't work like that. All those things will corrupt your mind. You will start having laziness of the mind. You will wake up, you will not be motivated to go and look for work. Even the fact that your wife wakes up, she go to work, she come back, it go to annoy you more. You got to wake up, brothers. Get out of that crazy zone. That is not a place for you. You are a man for a reason. God created you to be a man. You are the head and not the tail. You talk to God. What makes you strong is you go on your knee. I've told you guys before. Sometimes when I'm in a difficult place, I go my backyard. I go put myself to nakedness. Now so I go tell God, Baba, I don't come. So do you mean this is the way you throw me into this world? I they deal with shit right now. Baba, come and rescue me. God listening. It's not by blaming your wife, blaming your children. That is not how it works. Even by loving your wife alone, and turn everything around for your sake. I've told you in one of our show here, I told you about the power of women. When women pray for you from the bottom of the... You think your wife wants you to be poor? Empress, do you think your wife wants you to be poor? You think your wife just wake up, just say, hey, God, I want to be the breadwinner of my home. I want to have money so that my husband will look up. Do any woman ever... Sissy, any woman, they pray for that shit? Okay, maybe some wish woman.
There's no woman that prays for that.
Come on, bro. We don't need it. All you need is happiness, positive mindset. Take it easy. One time my wife was joking. My wife said the time when we did Nigeria. My wife said the time when we did Nigeria, where I did poor. Now that time, now our love sweet pass. Women, eh? You know why? Because back then, the only thing that got going on for me is the love I have for my wife. Me, if I just see my wife, I'm just happy. She used to be my girlfriend then. Just by seeing her alone, I'm just happy. And she likes to laugh. The fact that I can crack joke and she go laugh. It was fun. We get one place where we go to eat. From once we get break for inside campus, we go cross Lasso to the other side of Lasso Gate for Iba. Now Aboki they there that time they do farm. You get one hunt where they do restaurant, one village local restaurant like that. Me, my wife, and Dr. Nee,
They make
my friend in
sense.
South Africa. You say? What do you talk, Cindy?
I said that kind of place, they make sense. I say the food, they make sense.
Wallahi, if you text that woman vegetable, every day for Lasso, me and my wife, once we close like this, we don't go. We go there, we'll go to vegetable soup. Brother, happiness first. You can lose your job. You may be fired at your job. Things can go wrong. That is not the end of your life. You have to get up as a man. You have to. When you are original, when you are authentic, your wife knows. I've told you, women are smarter. Do anything. Real women knows that your condition today is not permanent. I told you guys, even when I became a nurse, for 7 years after I became a nurse, I still have all my vehicles registered in Uber. When I got the SUV where they use now, I bought it brand new. The second day where I buy this SUV like this, now I don't begin to Google which category of Uber where it fit. In fact, I see say the category where it did. Now all those luxury vehicles, luxury SUVs, when it's on demand, each trip you figure like $150 or $200. If you see me the battle where I still want to put this vehicle for Uber. My wife see me do your top computer, I like check. I take picture. I want to upload. Then my wife say, "Is something wrong with you? Your village people don't follow you come again." Who buy this kind of motor? Where we put up? And I say, babe, you don't understand. This motor must pay for himself. Oh, mo. The bad love 1 weekend last one. If I go pull Uber 1 weekend, have you come back home with 1 grand? Listen, As a man, I've told you all before, forget all this title position, all this, oh, he's a doctor. Do you know what matter? Money. Go to Nigeria. How many of my Igbo brothers, you see, where they carry, say, I'm a doctor. Do you know how many billions they control? How many container they control? Go to Idumota. Go see some Yoruba boys. Some of them, after secondary school, they don't go school again. If you see container with them, if you see money with the owe, that's why we always say they don't burn anybody well. May you come off America here. May you say you won't begin go to tackle money with guys where they hit up for Nigeria. Won't be that. It's all about money. That's the mindset you need. That is why I told you guys, I know they play with my Igbo brothers. I learned that shit from my Igbo brothers. What matter is money. How you make that money? So far it is legitimate, it doesn't matter. So far, where your friends, they spend money, you know they go, they count them. Your friend, they spend 1,000, you to you, they spend 1,500. Your friend, they change motor, you to you, they change. Your friend, they carry their wife go vacation, you to you, they tell your wife, babe, oh yeah, pack your bag. Oh, they go vacation. They don't get to head. That is what matters. That is why you need to learn the spirit of hustling. Oh, don't like say tomorrow, no day. Your life depends on it. Don't ever be broke. Let that be the last region, the last place you want to be as a man. Don't ever. It doesn't matter what you do to get money. So far, you are not stealing, you are not defrauding people. You are not doing legitimate hustle. So far, what you are doing is giving you money legitimately. Baba, you are a king. They won't be like, as I did like this. Elon Musk, no fit time, say, man, go sit down for corner. Come go, they don't put the father where they feed me. I don't work for a company. If he hire me tomorrow and work for it, I can say, hey, my boss, hello. But as of now, with my $20, I be king. So, bros, you need to understand. Stop frustrating your wives. Your wives are not the problem. Stop sitting down and saying you're not going to do nothing. Your wife should go and work. Thank you. I'm just ranting. This topic is just so close. Sisi, please, Sisi and Uncle Dio, please, you can round up for us. Thank you, everybody.
I'll let Uncle Dio have the floor. Uncle Dio. Papi.
Anyway, thank you so much, Uncle Ben. You said it all. Anyway, today's show is just for you. You are the only one that has taken it all up, and I'm really happy that you really rant this evening because everything you said, you were just on point. The thing is that, as I said earlier on, the enabler and the person being enabled, they are both guilty. The men that refuse to work or that refuse to move their asses, and the women that are indirectly enabling them also, they are both to blame. But what I would like to see going forward is that if you happen as a man to find yourself in diaspora by a woman that has done everything for you, the least you can do or the least you could do for that woman is to be a man indeed in the home. Show your strength as a man. Support her. Work. Contribute to the building of the home. Strive to be the head of the home. At first, being a newcomer in the diaspora, you may not be able to make much impact. But if you persist at it, it's a matter of time. Who says you cannot be any more than your wife that has been here for years? As a man, you can still do better. Just keep at it. The Bible says that despite not the days of small beginnings, you may start small, but just keep at it. From there, you can do 1 or 2 courses here and there, improve on yourself, improve on your skill. If you have an opportunity to learn a skill or 2, learn it. Add it to what you already know. Try to see, diaspora is a place where you can do 2 or 3 jobs at the same time. As a man, go ahead and do it. I remember as a young boy, I was doing 3 jobs in Nigeria. That was way back in the 80s. After school, way back in the 80s and maybe early 90s, I was able to marry 2, 3 jobs. I was working at the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing. I was working as a DJ. Then I was working as a part-time tutor. I was teaching all these expatriate children. I was teaching them computer and all. And I was doing the 3. I was making multiple sources of income. That was the day when Nigeria was still okay. But for you to do 2 jobs in Nigeria today, In fact, it is almost impossible. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's almost impossible. But the reason being that a lot of factors are now mitigating against it. Number one is transportation. You cannot move around again. Unlike before, in the early 90s, transportation was not this bad. You can still move around, you can still maneuver your way. But nowadays, transportation is so terrible that you cannot move from one place to the other. So how can you be able to cope leaving one job to go to the other? Most of the time, these jobs are not even close by. They are not even near each other. So how can you cope? But over there in the diaspora, that problem could easily be solved for you because they have a systemic transportation system. You can either go by rail, by road, or by train, or by tram, anyone to take one job and the other, and then you still make it. So what you are limited to do here in Nigeria, you can still do it over there in the diaspora as a man. So don't just go there and go and sit down. Yes, the lady has done what she has to do by bringing you in. You to now reciprocate by supporting her and taking over the responsibility of the home. That's the only way you can do it as a man. And for the ladies, I beg you, do everything possible. If you must bring a man from Nigeria to the diaspora, please don't stop at just filing for his papers. Try to file for his work permit. Please, very, very crucial, because you don't want a liability on your head. I know you really need him to come, fine, but don't bring a liability on your head, because even if he is an hardworking man from Nigeria, for him to come home to the diaspora to come and sit down at home for 6 months doing nothing. There was a video that I posted yesterday at our back end here of a lady that did the same thing, went to Nigeria, pick her husband. In fact, she actually took her time. She studied the man very well, stayed 4 months with the man in Nigeria, and then everything was going well. But why the man was with her, why she finally brings the man back into her state? For 6 months, the man was not working because she was trying to file paper for him to be able to work. In that period, the man was eyeing somebody down the street, and before you know it, the man impregnated that other lady down the street. Because an idle man is the devil's workshop. If the man is working, if the man has been going out every morning, because once the woman goes to work in the morning, the man is left alone at home, and there is a single lady living down the street, which they got talking, and before you know it, Makam, that one got pregnant for the man. So I'm not giving an excuse for the man being so useless, but at times, don't give the devil an inch so that it doesn't take a yard from you. That's the way life is. If you are sure you are not ready for the man, if the man cannot do anything, I don't know. I've never been to the diaspora before. Is there any work that someone that does not have a permit can do? If there is, push him into it. But if there is none, please don't bring a man into diaspora without getting his work permit done first. I beg you. So I think you can be able to stop all this if that is done. Thank you.
Sissy.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Tayo.
you, Uncle Dayo.
Sissy.
Well said. An idle man is the devil's workshop. That's bars. Very, very good. For me, ladies, you just need to. These men are not worth the stress. They're not worth the premature aging. They're not worth breaking your back for. To be honest, if it's up to me, I'll just say stop paying, find another apartment if you're renting, move yourself, move your kids out. Before the guy knows, he'll wake up one day, nobody's come home. You can be looking for you. He'll decide what he wants to do, whether he wants to start paying bills, or growing some balls and being a man, or he wants to continue how he is leeching off somebody. That's his choice. But I think you need to take some power back and force these men to do the right thing. But for me, I feel like depending on the amount of time that the kind of financial abuse has been going on, it will be difficult for the person to change overnight. So that's why it's just best to just leave the situation, come out of the situation completely, focus on your kids, focus on building your own life, and you will be able to achieve so much more when you don't have this person dragging you and holding you back. That's just my 2 cents. Thank you, Uncle Dio and Uncle Ben.
Sissy,
Yeah.
thank you. Simbi, you want to add anything
Uncle
before
Ben.
we leave? Read this comment
No,
from
I
Sister.
just wanted to quickly. Yes, that's what I was going to say. Hi, Sister Natu, welcome. So, Sister Natu is saying Uncle Dio filing for his papers, especially spousal visa and automatic green card, which means you can apply for a job immediately. My husband got his green card in less than 1 month and I started working immediately. And Sister Yinka is saying some will even give the permit to someone else to work in exchange for a percentage while they stay at home. They rent out the work permit like taxi. I'm laughing. This is really
So
funny.
for me,
I
in terms
mean,
of
who
like
does
from
that?
coming in from an HR point of view for the UK specifically, I'd say being able to find somebody a job, it doesn't work like that here. You need to be in the UK first. You need to have a residence in the UK. You also need to have a national insurance number, which you can only get once you're here. So applying for jobs kind of ahead of being here for a very, very few, if you're very technically savvy or specialist, you're like a specialist, it will be difficult to get a job ahead of time before you come to the UK. So most times you will need to have got yourself together first and then start looking for a job. And the problem is a lot of people have the skills, but unfortunately, I've seen so many CVs that come across my desk for tech jobs, cybersecurity jobs, and they have the experience in Nigeria or they have the experience in another country, but unfortunately, that experience is not going to translate once you're here because you don't have experience that the employer would be looking for from the UK. So usually they would want you to have at least 2 years, 3 years experience in the UK. Not that you've had some similar experience in Nigeria, you've had another experience in another country. They need that to be in the UK. And you can only get that once you actually start working in a permanent role. So you need to, specifically if you're coming to the UK, you need to get your mind ready that you may be coming from a bank as a bank manager. You'll have to be working in a warehouse. You'll have to stack shelves in Tesco. You may have to be doing cleaning job. You may even have to do a care job. Okay? So I feel like if people just come to that reality, don't think that, oh, I'll apply for a job from Nigeria. I'll get the job here in the UK. Immediately you land in Heathrow, you'll start work on Monday morning. It doesn't happen. It is very, very rare. And the people that happens for are individuals with very specific technical skills, usually within like government roles or certain types of security fields, which is very niche. And they've been given a special type of visa, which usually is like a skilled worker visa or something that they're bringing that company is willing to sponsor them or give them the job based on them not even being in the UK. So just to set expectations, it works maybe how Natu is saying for the US, but that is not the case if you want to work in the UK. You need to be here. You need to at least have some kind of UK work experience, and that takes a while to build. So you need to manage your expectations that when you come here, you're not going to go into that big job. You need to set your levels really low and understand that you're going to start at entry level and be prepared to work your way up. And it will take a while, but it will happen. Hey, Sister
Sister, are you
Natu.
done?
I'm done.
Hey, how
Okay.
are ya?
Sister Natsu, welcome. Good evening, ma.
Thank you. Good
How are
evening.
you?
So I want to chip in real quick, right? The problem with some people is that they want to form big boys and big girls. They don't want to do menial jobs. So if you are a guy in your in Nigeria, whatever job you're doing, some of the jobs, like Sisi has said, like you cannot automatically start working in that field except you have somebody that owns the company that can help you to like chip you or put you somewhere to be able to build your resume. So I was giving an example with my husband. When my husband came, my husband is an engineer and he has like little experience of IT. So when he came, he wanted to switch over to IT. So if you file for your spouse as you file for spousal visa, when they come, you just need to register and let the home office know that they are here and they'll send their green card and they automatically can start looking for a job. I think there's some problem people, some women have that they marry the men and they marry them and they have visiting visa. So when they come,
they use the visiting visa to come and then they marry and then they start filing for them. So that's another problem on its own. That's what some people have problem. So when my husband came, um, my husband like got a very high position in Nigeria. When he came, Baba had to go and start doing security job. And then he went back and started taking some IT courses to build himself up. And then the security job that he was doing was from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. His break time was not even up to an hour. So he does not even have time to do interviews. Let me tell you, this guy left that security job that he was getting like every paycheck after tax, he gets almost 2K. But he left it and went and took another job that was, I think, was it $19 per hour, be 20 at the university to be a janitor so that he can be doing interviews in the morning and then go to work at 4 p.m. And that was how he started doing interviews and he was able to get a job at the wheel shop, just like the Uber of private jets. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he had to humble himself from where he was coming from. When people are under him and say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. To him come and say, yes, sir, opening door for people. He did security, then go and be a janitor before getting his dream job. But the problem with a lot of people is that pride will not allow them to bring themselves down to do that. So some of these women are struggling because they tell their men that, oh, somebody has a security company. They will tell you that, me, I can't do that because I know someone that has a security company here in New York. I've worked with him. So when people come and they're looking for a job, me, I have upper hand to like call one of the managers and say, I get one of my person. And they like hiring Africans because they say they work well. They don't have excuse. They don't have like, oh, I can't come on Thanksgiving. I have family, this and that and that. So the problem with a lot of these men is they come from the top from Nigeria and they want to remain at the top. It does not work like that. So when you come to UK, you have to build yourself up. But they don't have that patience of building themselves up. And that's where they have the problems. And some of them, when they get here, they are already old. When I mean old, I'm not like old, old. If you are above 40, the energy that you have when you're 30 to work, you don't have that energy to work like that when you're above 40. It's very few of them that are keeping fit that can do that. So some people to be able to leave home at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. to go to work, they're like, I can't do this. So you can't do this. What can you do, sir? Do you understand what I'm saying? What can you do? But some of them like will not bring themselves down to learn some stuff. And some of them, because some of their friends have moved faster than them, if the friends say, I want to teach you, they're like, no. Or some of them, everything they see somebody doing, they want to do. Like that story that I think Uncle Ben shows them to be Uncle Ben. He has taken Scrum class, IT, this, that, real estate, everything they want to do. They don't want to choose a path. And the truth of the matter is one. If you come to America, the kind of friends that you mingle with will determine the path that you will take. If you come to know America, if you go to abroad entirely, you do not determine the path that you take. And there are also two types of people that come abroad. There are people that are challenged, that were ready to work, and there are people that are not challenged. I know someone that came within the same time with my husband. My husband has changed he's in his fourth IT company right now. And that person is still doing security job because nothing motivates that person. Do you understand what I'm saying? And also, my husband has set the standard for himself. Every year, he has to get one IT certification. Like, the thing is beginning to piss me off. I'm like, bro, get a life. He's like, you don't even know. These are our field. Every day is evolving. If you don't evolve yourself, they will leave you behind. Do you understand? So imagine somebody getting a job starting less than 1 month. They're making you lead of a team. Why? Because you have picked up, you have worked on yourself and decided that, you know what, I'm going to challenge myself. Like every year, I have to get a certification and I have to train myself. And my husband is a self-taught kind of person. He can register for a class, just give him material to go and study. He doesn't need alarm to wake him up. If he just wake up at 4 o'clock, once it's 4 o'clock, that man will stand up straight. I'll be like, where you going? He's like, study. I'll check time, 4 o'clock, consistency. Consistency. And that thing is black tax. You see, when people start doing that small, small job and they're getting money, they're sending home. People are hailing them. They don't have time. They can't create time to elevate themselves, to work on themselves, to work on their certifications. No, they want to keep doing that, and that's what's killing a lot of people. And like I said, some people are just naturally lazy. They have grown up without father figure. The other person that I said that came with the same time my husband and is still doing security job. His dad has been sick for over 30 years, and he has seen his mother does everything, and that's the same thing that's happening to his wife. So you got to pick. Yes, so you got to pick. So that's my 2 cents. Sorry, I'm not employment.
Thank you,
Thank
Sister
you,
Natu.
Sister Natu.
Yeah, thank you, Sister Natu. Thank you, everybody. I think we have to call it a day here. We're still gonna do part 2 tomorrow. I'll be free tomorrow, so we'll go over several things that constitute red flags, especially for all these men that don't want to work, and how you have to get yourself out of the situation as fast as you can. As fast as you can. Men who don't want to work when they get to the abroad, they hard to know. They are always full of BS excuses. Many of them, they will feel that they are better than everybody. No job is always good for them. All the jobs abroad are below them. You have to watch out for all those things. It's okay for them to feel like that when they just came in, but as soon as they are hitting 6 months to 1 year, it's still the same excuse. Auntie, quick, begin show am shege small, or else you will become the one that is carrying all the loads. And yet, he go dey online, he go get girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever bullshit he won't get online self. So I think we need to talk about that, what sisters should watch out for. Today's show really got to me because it's like I have people around me who are going through some of this nonsense, and because they smile just the way I'm smiling, I didn't know that they are dealing with it. So that is why it kind of hit a chord with me. Many sisters are carrying way too much load than they're supposed to carry. Their soft life is eroding them. Maybe they need to come and take a class with Sisi. Maybe Sisi will teach them how to do this soft life thing. Sisi, how much will you charge to teach some of my sisters how to do soft life?
Like £1,000 an hour.
Eh? Almost. Sisi, you be armed robber.
Uncle Ben, there's a difference. I work extremely hard, but I also enjoy my life. That's the difference. I'm not just here
that is how
enjoying
it's supposed
life.
to be. Yes,
Okay?
that's the way it's supposed to be. People supposed to work and also enjoy their life.
And I also have a
Shout out to
man that takes
my
care of
brother
me as
Sophie.
well, which I can't take for granted. So, but I work hard.
Chucky said, going back to where it all started now, I have come a long way. Long. Seriously. So thank you for joining me today. Sister Natu, thank you for also coming in to share, because if some of us who are also, we have navigated all these challenges, and even though we are still in it, but we've come to understand the system and managing it, if we don't continue to tell our brothers that it is doable, they will just get stuck where they are. So there are some brothers that they can't just get rid of that Nigerian mentality that, hey, I'm a man. Many of them thought like I'm a man is by mouth. They don't know that I'm a man is by action. So we just have to like talk to our fellow brotherhood. I also thank you, Uncle Dio, for being here today. Guys, please remember our Sister Natu campaign is on. Please, whatever you can use to support, please kindly support this effort. If you go to our community page, I have shared the link to donate on our community page. Whatever you donate will go a long way. People need this help in Nigeria. Sister Natu is doing her best to make sure that our women are being scanned for breast cancer, and those who truly need help, they get the help they needed. What we can do as a community is to chip in as much as we can just to support. So please, let's support this noble effort. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. Now, as I'm leaving, I just want to tell everyone that are here today, thank you for all your contribution. Even though I can't read all your comment, no verses, because I just have so much on my heart that I just wanted to like bring out just for people to know. Hey, Sister Chinye, thank you for being part of today's show. I just have so much on my heart that I think I need to share. I think my brotherhood, they are moving mad, and we need to call their attention to order. Thank you, Sister Yinka. You know, Sister Yinka will always drop the nugget. And by the way, I think our our ladies in the Real Farm, they are coming up with a package, a fantastic show that I think will benefit all women. So please watch out for that. Even though this is going to be strictly ladies' show where they get to speak to each other and compare notes and give advice, recommendations. We, the brother, we are going to be there. We could be there, especially we can't wait. Why are you laughing, Sissy? Why are you laughing?
We're going to ban you. It's private.
We are it's not going to, we're gonna be there. We will be listening, so that we will not be far away when you people will carry something behind our back. We
No
have to
problem.
be listening. We are going to participate, and we can't wait for the
Listen and take notes.
Q&A section. You say what?
Listen and take notes.
Yes, so we will listen and take note, and we will ask questions. We will ask questions. So I can't wait for that show to start, because I'm already salivating now. I know it's going to be super, super interesting, and it's going to be very, very educative. All right. Okay, sister.
Series.
What? It's not a series. It's a show. It's a show. It's the Real Farm Sisters show. So they're gonna be hosting it. I think maybe twice a month, or maybe 4 times. I don't know. If they want to host it every day, safe, I'm ready. So they're gonna be having it just the way we are having our men hangout. They will be having their own, where they discuss issues affecting ladies, and ways in which ladies who are encountering those issues can actually help themselves out of it. So I know the people behind it. I know what they can bring. So I'm already looking forward to that. Shout out to you, my sweet sister Binkwe. How are you doing? Well done, Mama. So that is it.
Thank you for holding your brotherhood accountable. It's important to have men speaking up and calling out BS when they see it. I think I've said it before. Men listen to other men for whatever reason. So you just jumping on that and being another voice of reason and, accountability for them. It's very necessary and it's very needed. So thank you.
Thank you, Sissy. Thank you. And I apologize on behalf of all my brotherhood for treating our sisters real bad. May God please come to the aid of all those sisters whose hearts are crying right now. I don't know. Sissy, being a girl's dad is usually do some numbers to men, Yeah, since I have girls, and my girls are growing so fast. In fact, my middle daughter, she don't talk past all of us for this house now. They grow so fast. So sometimes I like to just imagine that things that are happening to some women out there. How would you feel as a father if your daughter is passing through this thing? And that's why I just think our brothers need to have a deep thinking. They need to have a deep thought about how they are treating their wives. But this joblessness and laziness, no, it's a no-no for me. I'm sorry for brothers who might be offended by, why would you say men are jobless? It's a no-no for me. If you come from Nigeria and you are jobless, I'm still wondering what part of Nigeria you came from. I can't wrap my head around it too. Because one thing I know is that we Nigerian men, we like to spend money. We like money. So how a man can be comfortable leaving the wife to go and work, come back, feed everybody, and he did there, sit down for couch, they watch TV. It's beyond me. All right, thank you, everybody. I'll see you all.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Simbi, see you tomorrow.
Simbi. Uncle Dio, good night, sir.
Uncle Dio. Papi phone.
Bye,
everybody. Good night. Love you all. Good night.
Yes, sir. We thank God your phone work well today. Papi, be like say you are one of those people who are using Android phone.
Yes, now I know that they use Uncle Ben. No, but not be say if you know what I do to make am work, you go pity me. You go pity me, walai.
Papi, you said. I think that will make it better.
It is well. It is well, Phoebe.
Uncle Beno has promised him iPhone 17. Don't worry, it's coming. Christmas is around the corner.
Amen. Oh, amen. Amen.
Uncle Emeka will bring it
with a change. I can do with a change. Oh, amen. Thank you all.
All right. Thank you. Good night, everybody. God bless you.
Good night, sir. Good night.
Like you've never seen. Oh, yeah, step on the dance floor. Wind your waist, bend down low. Night out to the world, let it show. We rockin', we flexin', let it flow. Oh, yeah, step on the dance floor. Wind your waist, bend down low.